Hello, everybody, and welcome to Irish Dota League Season 4. We've got a fun game happening now between It's a Team Secret and the Standins. Joining me for this cast are Mousy and Gray, certified members of the June Squad. How are you
Hello.
doing, guys?
I'm doing well. As one of the minor Junes, this is one of my first games that I'm casting for, and how thrilling! It's Div 1. My MMR has never reached past that number, so I've got a lot of insightful commentary to give.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Talk about the game a bit. Hopefully, it's a good showing. I think these teams could be quite evenly matched. Both kind of dipping at the lower end of the league, but teams that we have gone 1-1 with. So I like I honestly don't know if we're a good gauge. They both seem to be more interested in kind of playing their own pool of heroes, which is always interesting to see. So you get some interesting stuff. I'm kind of curious to know how their different strategies shape up. They're already kind of addressing those though, because you can see the Nature's Prophet ban and the Gyrocopter ban, very
I
specific
saw
and very
I saw the
targeted.
Nature's Prophet ban, and I thought that there
Yeah.
must have been a painful story to that.
No painful
No.
stories.
What possible
No
reason could
painful
there
prophet
be?
stories for the June squad. Certainly not
Nothing
for
happened.
us.
Don't worry about it. We played
Um,
one game against them and won, and everything else is static.
For me, things like Nature's Prophet are definitely always a targeted ban. You see that because you just don't want to have a Prophet game.
Exactly. They've got a particularly good Prophet player on their team in the side of Bicep Femoris. The
Mhm.
stand-ins are going to open it up with an Earthshaker, which is
I
pretty
I
solid
love
hero.
love to see an Earthshaker pick. I
Yeah.
know whenever there's one on my team, I feel a certain wave of calm. It's dependable, the Earthshaker.
There was a little bit of a conversation about how we appreciate that these guys aren't meta slaves, but the entire outside of maybe the Prophet and the Gyrocopter, the Lich, the Phoenix, the Zeus, the
Yeah,
Nyx, the Alk, these bands are very
you're just seeing
explicitly meta
staple
stuff.
bans. It's
Yeah,
nice
and
to prove them
opening
wrong.
opening with the Earthshaker also very
Yeah,
clearly very like it's a really good hero. It's a good first pick, but it is very a meta
and
thing,
there's
and the response,
Tiny.
the tiny. We've done this, both of these, I think. Like, yeah, okay. Two tanky heroes, very indicative of the patch, very flexible, both capable of being flexed through 3 lanes. Both very like versatile, tanky, do a lot of damage, a lot of fun to watch. So okay, I mean,
There's the
I
speed.
was hoping, yeah, I was hoping they would pick something like crazy, but this is fine.
Gotta protect that bottom seed.
Uh, I,
Yeah.
I was gonna make a comment about how if we're doing this properly and safely, then there's gonna be a Spectre pick, and just as I was formulating that sentence, scored off on the bans.
Meta slaves, aren't we all? Aren't we just? I mean, yeah, we're due a patch any day now, maybe, to shake it up.
Maybe we
Maybe
certainly hope so.
we would hope so. 7.38.
Hmm.
4 new heroes, another lane.
4 new heroes, another lane, a new category
Yes,
attribute.
blue.
Blue again.
It's more blue.
It's more blue. The only hero is Morphling in that
Yeah.
entire category, and Aghanim.
Uh, and a bunch of other silhouettes that are just
Yeah,
like yet to be released. That would be fun. I'd enjoy that. Dawnbreaker also gone. I'm not. I
yeah,
actually have
and
no
London.
idea. I have no idea what to expect from these guys. Genuinely, the stand-ins. I mean, that I figured they had some of their own stuff going on, right? With like the Nature's Prophet, a little bit of Kunkka offlane, some interesting stuff. They seem to be pretending much more meta right now. Whereas it's a team secret. No clue what those guys do. Really, I know the Gyrocopter is a classic Poltergeist pick. But outside of that, I mean, they don't seem like their Dota buffs aren't exactly full of recent matches, so it's really hard to say.
Well, if you're unfamiliar, I guess It's a Team Secret has been kept very well. It is a team secret what they do.
Yeah, we've no fucking idea. Like
We
that,
don't
they've
know.
got a lot of matches to catch up on because they were waiting to study their opponents. Because
Ah,
the bans are pretty good. The Abaddon, okay, very flexible hero, really solid meta hero right now. Can be a support, can be a core, can basically be anywhere but mid. Though normally you'd see him as either a 3, a 5, or maybe a 1. But yeah, another one, tanky, solid, strong S and Y builder, like everything else that's good this patch. Just fun.
also do a good job to dissuade the other side from picking Lena, which will be showing up any second now, I'm sure.
Possibly. But we're gonna go with the Shadow Demon. Kind of a meta hero, but one that's become more niche in the past little while.
I think I think it's just a Jesse James comfort pick, isn't it? Really?
That's fair. It is a good hero. I always like seeing it on my team. And it can be pretty annoying to play against. And to the Abaddon, he can kind of purge a bunch of stuff. Right? Like he can purge with the shield. But you can also put him in a bubble when his ulti goes off. So I think it's a kind of a multi-way matchup.
Swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. Does the Illusion still get the Abaddon thing? Do they still do that? Like they get the sword
Curse?
passive, whatever the fuck?
I would assume they still get Curse of Avernus, but I don't actually know.
Or do I? Because I'm not sure how you like. The thing is, Abaddon could theoretically just beat the shit out of him if he gets on top of him. So I'm sort of. I think Abaddon is maybe the better of these two, but you can break the passive if that matters. Although that interaction is, I feel, incredibly overrated as far as like being able to break Abaddon so you can kill him without his ulti going off.
Just break him and hope he doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't just like pop at anyway, which he often can. Yeah.
I always, when I had first started playing Dota, Shadow Demon was one of those heroes that I would assume I'd instantly lost when the enemy team picked him, because I just assumed he was this high skill. Oh!
Okay,
There's Goblin Techies.
that's
Love
an
to see
interesting
that.
one. People have been speculating a bit about this hero because he's pretty good against invis heroes, which are super in meta at the moment. I don't think he's particularly good against extremely tanky heroes, which
Well,
in this
we just have
instance,
to hope that there's no more of those coming up.
yeah, I mean, hopefully 2 is all right, guys.
Yeah,
Right,
there's no
gang?
Dragon Knight in 3 seconds, perhaps.
There's like like Team Standins are looking down the barrel of a pretty significant damage problem if they're not careful here. Techies can do decently, but it's more burst and not particularly sustained. And he's just not that great of a hero right now.
Counting on that 25 talent before the game changes.
Yeah, oh, it's going to get real spicy. But they are showing that the Earthshaker is going to be flexed as a core. Again, generally how he's often played, though recently in the past little while, he's starting to see a little bit of play as a support as well. But they're certainly not in this game. Out comes a Vengeful Spirit, also a bit of an off-meta pick. Coming out from It's a Team Secret. And they have 3 heroes that could be, and like between these 3 heroes, they have all of the positions in the game covered twice over.
They're
So
playing really hard to the secret part.
yeah, it's no longer just a secret; it is truly an enigma.
Yeah. Team, I'm not quite sure what they're going to pick next.
This
Oracle
could,
twice.
yeah, just
Please no, pick Enigma.
Jim Raynor. I didn't know he was in this game. Oh, this is interesting. Very difficult. They're intentionally making it difficult for us to be able to guess what their next picks are. I honestly have no. We think we need a little more information because
This
could go a lot of ways.
Are open.
These could be anywhere multiple times over, right? Like so, it's Wraith King. All right, that one's a pretty consistent
Pretty cut
one.
and dry.
All right, so it's generally most likely going to be a Wraith King 1 and not a Wraith King 3. Not a great hero in general this game, but and out comes the Timbersaw. There goes that damage problem.
Good, yes, that's lovely into all of the nice tanky strength heroes.
I think it's kind of flipped around now, right? In terms of my interpretation of this draft, because the
it's
Timbers.
amazing how 2 picks can really flip it on its head.
Yeah, the Timber really fucks, right? Like really solid hero can have a bit of difficulty laning against the Wraith King if it's a Vengeful Spirit behind him. I think there actually might be a couple of somewhat difficulty for the Timbersaw in the first few levels. But once the game pops off, unless the Tiny bursts him, they do not have the damage to kill him. And he's very good at murdering the shit out of everyone on their team because it is, if I'm not mistaken, 2 strength heroes and 2 universal heroes who also get the stat reduction. Venge is universal now. Yes, she is. So Timbersaw is actually pretty good against all of these heroes, which is nice. And so the flip of the damage problem, right before, it just didn't really feel like they had enough to burst through these people. Now they do, and they've got an Earthshaker to keep people locked down as well.
You can see Ursa and Juggernaut bans there. They're definitely trying to stop the bleeding on the enemy team getting a lot of damage in.
Yeah, they seem to be expecting a pause 1. So the Ursa and the Juggernaut is interesting. I think does Bicep Femoris play a lot of Juggernaut? Interesting. I'm not sure.
I'm afraid I'm not sure either. I think they're right to be
Viper,
banning
of
out
course.
carries anyway. Like it's definitely at this point, it's like Click is an Earthshaker player anyway
Yeah,
in mid,
yeah, I think so.
but
Yeah,
it just with every pick, it's becoming more and more clear it is a mid shaker
Lifestealer wouldn't
here.
be bad. Or any of the what are the other heroes?
Yeah.
Bloodseeker's gone.
What
Spectre's
carries
gone.
haven't been
Bloodseeker
banned?
was a good ban. I think that hero is straight up busted.
Yeah, well, I've been
Uh,
loving. I
Razor
was.
would fuck. Can we say fuck?
Can we say?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm getting yelled at through my earpiece.
look up the
yeah. We've
TOS
got
real
a.
quick.
I'm seeing on the teleprompter here. It says "Don't say fuck." So I think we're gonna have to steer clear.
Lifestealer.
That was a good
Alright.
call on the
Yeah,
live
Are,
stealer.
are we not supposed to say fuck?
I'm not sure.
I'm not
Fuck.
sure.
Oh, okay, and the
Fuck.
razor comes out the
And
other
the
way.
razor,
Yeah.
very prophetic.
I didn't. I thought Standins were either going to go Lifestealer or maybe Razor. Razor's like a good matchup into the Lifestealer, so I guess that makes sense. Not a huge fan of it outside of that very explicit specific interaction, though. To be honest, like that matchup. Is it an off? I don't know these guys. It's DJ John mid. Is it? Guys, help me out on this one.
No, I think Mev was the mid yesterday, was he not? Yeah,
I have no
I
idea.
think the Razor's their mid player.
Are
So
we
he's looking
sure?
to do.
I forget.
No, wait, no,
I think
sorry.
DJ John is the mid. I think he had a different name. I think he had a different name. Yeah, he had a different name last game.
I think it's the pro names versus in-game thing.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So Mev is going to be offline, so it's a good lane, like Lifestealer into like the Heisenberg tech. He's the 4 or the 5. Man, we've played both of these teams, and I still have no fucking idea who's in what position.
I think Heisenberg was 4. I think Jesse was playing 5
Okay.
against us, if I
So it's
remember
going to be
correctly.
Razor
I would probably
plus
prefer
Abaddon?
the Shadow Demon 5.
I will also think so, because like the blink gets used, and then you just put him in a bubble, and
Yeah.
the Lifestealer walks away, and the hero is useless.
And,
So
like, you're not killing with Techie's Lifestealer, whereas like Techie's Timbersaw does have some kill potential. Maybe
Yeah.
not great into say like an Aberwraith King, but you know.
I think
there's
this is going to
potential.
really depend on the lanes, because if the if like there is definitely a tendency towards stronger lanes and like counter picks from the side of it's a team secret, right? As in, I think the Wraith King plus the Venge matches up really well into Techies or Shadow Demon plus Timbersaw, and also the same with the Razor plus the Abaddon into the Lifestealer plus any other of the heroes. And mid, I think I'm not super knowledgeable on all of my mid matchups, but I think that could go both ways, to be honest. But both of the side lanes should be going the side of it's a team secret. But in terms of the actual game, I think that the stand-ins have a better side. Like I think have the advantage for like team fights and stuff. So I'm kind of curious to see how this pans out.
Yeah, I definitely prefer their draft. It feels like Secret went for like a very sustain heavy draft with like the Abba the Wraith King, and you know stand-ins don't really seem to care. Like they're tanky enough, but they also do better damage.
It was looking
Yeah.
and feeling well, and then really, Timbersaw coming in just recontextualized like
Yeah.
everything that draft was going for.
I don't think the Wraith King gave them what they needed, and the
No.
Timbersaw gave the stand-ins everything they needed.
Exactly what they needed. Yeah, some way to cut through the tank and keep going.
Okay, looks like there's going to be mild like
Yeah,
interactions.
it seemed like something was happening, and then
Yeah.
everybody's now walking away.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm just sort of like the Baba save. I don't know if it's a particularly good game for it. The burst coming out from the Tiny isn't going to be as valuable on such tanky cores. So I just don't. I think they've got a bit of a hard game ahead of themselves if they don't have a significant advantage. I think is the problem.
How much is there even that ABBA can purge on the side of the stand-ins?
Oh, it looks like Mev's going to go down first. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. Glorious. All right, first blood going to the Lifestealer on the offlane Razors, so that's not going to be great. I wonder if they're going to try and...
health and tight against Tiny though.
15 starting stacks on the Lifestealer.
Maybe a nice start for mid.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, he's going to get the deny, right? Yeah, because hero just does that automatically. Yeah, I think... I'm not super familiar. I think Earthshaker should maybe do a bit better in the early CS because he's got the secure, like he can definitely secure a deny. But I think as it goes on, like if the Tiny starts having trouble, he just throws, like he just crash landings the wave and it just dies. So
Yeah.
you know, it should be a bit of a wash, I think.
And as we thought in the top lane, Abaddon is just manning up and smacking the shit out of Shadow Demon.
He should be okay here on Jesse. I think if he turns and does the bubble and then he just walks away, he could have. I mean, that was also fine, but he could have just walked away.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets the TP back to lane.
When you have the option,
honestly, I would have.
you know,
yeah, when you have the option to do the dramatic thing.
yeah, that's fair.
I also would have preferred not being on 0 health in lane from then on. You know.
Yeah, also fair. Yeah,
so
I mean, he could have walked back. Like, the thing is, he also could have walked back to base. Bottom, like the
Also.
trade. Yeah, Poltergrass and Timbersaw kind of getting real low. He got the stun early, which into the Timbersaw I don't think is as good as the Spectral Blade really fucks a Timbersaw early. But I think he got it. He got the point in his queue for the rune fight, and then just is kind of suffering a bit. But they end up trading. Like nobody. They both walk away alive.
And
No harm, no
both with
foul.
lots of health regen.
Poltergrass with his patented inventory that makes my eyes bleed.
It's a good-looking inventory.
Just like a survivalist.
He wants the armlet.
Yeah.
I have never seen this man start with not a Blades of Attack.
He had like multiple. Yeah, he had so many blades of attack, man.
It's a signal, you know. If you're here to attack, you want to signal that to your opponents.
The best blades of defense or blades of offense.
Blades of offense.
But so far, a lot of like relatively even trading across like
Middle.
this. Oh, is he gonna? Surely not. No, he's just gonna. He's gonna give him a bit of a kiss and he's gonna walk away.
If that's what you think a bit of a kiss is, remind me never to be around you on New Year.
I will. That's fair. Yeah, I've got a lot of learning to do. He is still gonna put the pressure on him though. Those love taps.
Take a lot of hit back from the.
Just straight up making out.
Yeah, they're just making out in the mid lane.
Is this what kissing is?
I'll let you know when I find out.
And I'm getting noise in my earpiece again.
Oh yeah, the teleprompter just says, "Please stop. Find new talent."
You guys have a prompter?
Well, unfortunately, due to a horrible accident, there is no replacement.
Not that there ever was.
The teleprompter just says, "War crimes, please talk about war crimes."
Please.
Give the people what they want.
Ooh, there's a nice fight happening bottom, and it looks like Timbersaw's going down. Will Techies join him?
Maybe. Okay, no, he's not. He didn't get hit hard enough. Yeah, the burst from the Wraith King plus the Venge is pretty strong. Timbersaw's one of those heroes where, like, first of all, starting off, he's pretty weak, right? Like he's not particularly tanky. It's only his passive that gives him the ability to tank up against physical damage. But even then, he's actually really bad against physical burst. It's only sustained physical damage. And the Wraith King plus the Venge can just chonk him down in just a couple of seconds if he's not careful. But like other than that, the lane's going pretty reasonably. Like both of the offlaners seem to be behind behind the opposing safe laner. But to be fair, of the two of them, only I think the Timbersaw is supposed to be maybe in that position. Oop. Some more trading, Nid.
Tiny getting some nice damage in, but running out of mana before.
Malou, you may have the wrong overlay. Yeah.
Oh,
Also,
he's getting...
Ian's name spelled wrong.
That's
Fair. What's?
We have the pause.
We got
clearly.
3. Oh yeah, my name's also spelled with an A. That's it's good. We do what we can.
Yeah. It's possible that DJ John could get a solo kill here if depending on the cooldown on toss, but no, Click is gonna find himself. It's night, and Click's gonna find himself behind a tower. Yeah, mid mostly being a wash, but now once in terms of lethality, it's the Tiny that gets it. Whoa!
How do you get the toss here though?
Meanwhile, Techies and Venge died for some reason. Bottle refill from Heisenberg. It looks like they might. I don't know if they make a play. Oh, he doesn't have... Yeah, okay.
Insane!
DJ John coming in clutch. Just throwing one person onto the other in a humiliating defeat that also happened to Solar Crest last night. And meanwhile, at the same time, JP's making a run for it, and he's going to get to the safety of his tower. So, yeah, like, they're really starting to push the advantage on these laning matchups. Although it seems as though Bicep Femoris is still doing perfectly fine in his lane, they're putting the pressure down on the rest of them.
Timbersaw in bottom, just sneaking back in after the fight to grab a Lotus and get himself back to half health and appear back in lane as though nothing's
Eating his
wrong.
vegetables. I think if he goes up to this wave, I think he does just die. He's only got 1 point in his W, which means that the range on it isn't particularly good. If he gets clicked, he just explodes. I'm surprised they didn't try and kill him there, to be honest. I think he's basically a free kill.
Ooh.
Though now he's got the techies behind him.
In the top lane, it
here
looks
they
like
go.
we might have a
Bonk.
Oh, big stun.
There we go. Yeah.
big kill.
And Heisenberg offering himself. You shall run away again.
And
Yeah.
in the top lane, it looks like we're having a purple stolen by
Stolen.
Jesse
Crazy.
James. Oh,
He just
coming
gets
in,
it.
but
Yeah.
it's too late. Yeah.
Literally cannot lose, can no longer lose. The double wisdom rune. The wisdom that they possess too significant to be
Doesn't even have to teleport out. They
No.
just stop.
I seem to recall a time where I also heard literally cannot lose recently. I wonder what that
I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. That game always felt really, really losable. It was the other one that wasn't losable. But don't worry about that now. But both apply to this, like to games we played against these teams.
Yeah, enough about us. Let's talk about the people
Yeah.
who did it to us.
Yeah, let's talk about the people who won those
Some might call them
games.
war criminals.
Yeah.
Interesting. Despite these little bits of these little skirmishes, I don't think they're quite as far ahead as they want to be. Bicep Femoris, as soon as the Razor tries to link him, he just kind of gets bubbled.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, by all means.
I was going to say, I hadn't realized that Lifestealer has gone for Unfettered instead of Rage.
I don't know. What's the usual one?
Well, Rage is the classic Rage. Unfettered it's not magic immunity, it's high status res and magic resist, but you can cast it while you're disabled.
That's cool.
So yeah, so Unfettered is really nice into games where you can potentially be stun locked. Like this game.
Yeah, with the tiny
Possibly?
avalanche, I think is explicitly
Yeah,
what it's for.
I think
the
it's
tiny
a good
avalanche
place.
is explicitly what it's aimed around. Looks like they're gonna make a go on bottom. Click's gonna try diving the tower, looking for for YYL, whatever that one is, but he's not gonna get it. And now he's got a JP's gonna go down instead, right? Q and then die. Unfortunate. So Click actually manages to get out of there. He probably could have he should have just slammed, taken the venge kill and run for it, but. Unfortunately, they're going to get a little bit overly enthusiastic. Going to draw most of the enemy team down bottom, though, while Mev kind of sheepishly sits behind a creep wave top. So, yeah, I mean, the 1K advantage up for team, it's a secret, but maybe not what they were hoping for. The lanes, mid and bottom, going better than maybe they had anticipated, but or maybe mid goes better than they anticipated. Bottom goes exactly how they would have liked it to, and top goes a bit worse than it probably should have.
Looks like Radiance is the plan for Wraith King, and I have to say I approve. I always like an opportunity to get a Radiance in a game.
It's fun. Everyone enjoys it. JP's gonna make a go here, and he's just gonna run away. Yeah, he's wisely he's only got 25 last hits. His net worth is very low. He's still level 5. He's almost getting doubled up on by Poltergrass, and there's gonna be a high-speed chase, and I think they're gonna get him. They didn't quite interrupt the. Oh, never mind. They've got the swap.
Beautiful swap for the Timber.
Yeah, that's devastating. Timber's gonna have a really rough game ahead of him, because once he graduates from this lane, he walks in he graduates to getting popped by Tiny and Toss combo, which isn't much better. Heisenberg, being a Chad, is trying to play aggressively, and he does manage to get a kill onto the Abba, but it looks like Click, in an attempt to save him, is going to use his Echo Slam and die.
And die.
Unfortunate.
That's why I said at the start, I love to see an Earthshaker. Even if it doesn't go well, the moment that slam hits, it captivates your attention.
It is beautiful. It is truly beautiful. The saving grace here is that, I mean, the lead isn't particularly high, and it's a pretty good game for both in terms of the hero matchups and the lane for the Lifestealer. So he is currently topping the last hits chart, zoning in on a Radiance. So we're gonna have 2 Radiants this game, which is gonna be nice. So okay, they've got something, you know. Although the Wraith King is 5k, so we probably will get to the Radiance first, maybe? Wait, no, never mind, he got an armlet, so he's way off, of course. How could I forget? All of those.
He started with the Blades of Attack. They don't build into Radiance.
First
Exactly,
item,
yes.
then the shoes.
This is a interesting, I don't know, his item, like his inventory always looks so strange to me. They're going to make it go on to DJ John, but he's going to get saved. They might end up taking out YVL, but... he's going to make it work for it. They're not going to get the stun, and they're just going to back it off rather than walk into Poltergrass. Meanwhile, they might re-engage for the Tiny here, because like he's scary and he's got a Blink Dagger. Click is just going to kind of meander around, who also has a Blink Dagger, but does not have Slam.
We just don't know what happened to it.
He has just got it, yeah. So well, no, he's going to walk into the wave and reveal himself immediately.
Mev is chasing a bit hard here. He's going to get rotated on. JP, with the potential for a very necessary comeback, is going to do very little damage. And then he's turning it around. And Jesse comes in with the stun. He should have his ultimate as well. JP is going to focus on trying to zone out the Abaddon. There was an infest onto a creep, which means Bicep Femoris manages to actually get out before he gets popped by the Razor. But not before both of them can maybe get popped by the Tiny. And Mev survives, everyone dies, and this doesn't seem very good for the side of the Standins, actually.
An absolutely devastating fight for the Standins.
Really well held. And Mev gets back into the game fully.
Yeah, and nearly fully healed already. That's the thing. If you don't kill the Abaddon after the fight, you know, it's.
Yeah. Meanwhile, JP sitting at below the Venge on the net worth at almost 3k net worth at 13 minutes, which is not great.
Not ideal, to say the least, anyway. But no, I want to say Abba did really well that fight. He was pretty close to 6, but he didn't quite have it. And he basically kited around on like low health, just managed to get his ult in time, and that was how he saved himself to save Mev. So it was actually really well played from him, just kiting that fight out that little bit longer than he maybe should have. Yeah.
JP had his target priority right in trying to zone out the Abaddon, but just didn't have the levels. Does look like they might be able to get the Razor, and they do. YVL using the swap to try and save him, not quite getting it. But in his escape, he's maybe gonna get saved by the Tiny. Nope, he's gonna get love tapped in the back of the head. Tiny did manage to do a huge amount of damage to the enemy team, but not enough, and they're all just gonna walk away. So, bit of a recovery, decent farm on the side of. I'm surprised that the net worth lead is only a 1,000. Yeah, now considering good turnaround. The techies, I guess, is surprisingly farmed, and oof.
I missed that one.
JP is picking a very bold fight here. I think DJ John might be able to just follow him and kill him. No,
thanks to the arcanes from Abba.
Run, JP!
Any sooner.
Yeah, very, very scary shiny rock.
You don't want to be chasing here either. Tharby Dragons with the techies mines.
Indeed.
Who looks like he might be coming back to set up just more nightmares. Yep, and there it is.
Wraith King actually pulling out ahead now. Like he doesn't have Radiance yet. He's not like passing Lifestealer on getting the Radiance, but he does have a full armlet before it, and he's only about 1,000 behind him on it.
Yeah, so it's a bit scary. To be fair, the matchup of Wraith King into I'm not so sure how it goes anymore, right? Because now Wraith King has a huge amount of physical burst damage, which should theoretically be pretty good into Lifestealer. But Lifestealer, as like a carry matchup, seems to be pretty solid in terms of his ability to get an axe and get inside somebody to kind of trade really, really favorably, right? As kind of an anti-carry perspective. But the Razor's a really big problem for a Lifestealer. right? Whereas
Yeah.
Timbersaw is probably not going to be much of a problem for the Wraith King this game. So there's a lot that basically one of them has an offlaner here to help them with the carry matchup, and the other one doesn't, which is not great.
Yeah, not for the foreseeable future anyway. Like, I mean, if JP gets like one or two good plays off the back of a shaker, maybe he'll get rich enough to come into the game a bit.
Yeah.
But like even then, yeah, your Timber
gonna
versus
go?
Wraith King, it's not a free game for you despite him being
No.
a strength hero. It's playable, maybe.
Yeah. It maybe right because the burst from the tiny is horrifying. Looks like they're gonna Jesse's gonna just try and be annoying, which I respect fully. That's fine.
They're
Yeah, gonna get some TPs.
committing all forces now to try and take this bottom
But
tower.
the TPing heroes did manage to get a suck off by the Razor, but it's not gonna. He's gonna get slowed by a mine, and they're all gonna walk away. Jesse maybe made I don't know. Oh god, he's got a double damage rune. Run for your lives. Is he gonna get popped? He is not, but the click does maybe block people off. Nope. Successfully, everyone's capable of getting over. Jesse manages to save click with a bubble. And this could look good for the side of the Standins. Maybe the fight that they needed.
Oh, his ulti?
Poltergeist is
Big
going to go
slam?
down once. Big
the
slam
slam,
coming out onto the
not a lot
Abo
of
through his
damage.
ult. Oh my god. Are they going to be able to do it?
You really,
Poltergeist,
if you're the
JP might
Standins-
die to the passive thing there, unfortunately. No, he barely survives. It looks like Jesse just wants more violence. He's got a bunch of stacks up. Heisenberg misses onto the Razor, but he does manage to get the Venge, who Bicep Femoris is gonna focus. But now it's just Bicep Femoris against the world. Can he Arblet toggle death? No, he cannot. Unfortunate.
If
And
you're the
JP,
Standins, you're really
Yeah.
hoping for that fight to go well. After you get the first early picks, I can only imagine how heartbreaking it is to see it.
it
see it
did go
fall
well
apart.
at first, but I
Yeah.
think they just got greedy. They kind of rather than disengaging after the Wraith King died and getting away with a successful kill on the Tiny, which is pretty big, they instead try to re-engage, and it just kind of all goes haywire for them when all their spells are out. Both, it's just kind of messy, to be honest. Right? They didn't. It wasn't even just that they re-engaged; it was that they re-engaged in bits and pieces instead of all together.
Yeah.
And
this
JP
issue as
just
well.
died again to a tiny toss because he was on like 30% HP.
Yeah.
He just
like that-
offered himself alongside a creep wave like a delicious side piece. Beautiful.
I was gonna say on the whole Standins thing there, although they did catch out Tiny and kill him, he did do a fair bit of damage with his DD before he went down.
Yeah.
So they're initiating a fight then on like a lot of heroes being on half health. Like if Click had been a bit higher, he could have stayed out of the fight longer, but he felt like he was having to commit early and slam, and it
Yeah.
just didn't work out. Whereas if they could have held it another few seconds,
They're gonna get
There's a
Jesse, and it
first
looks like
building finally falls 18 minutes into this bloodbath. Oh, top
Yeah,
tower's already gone.
Oh, top tower is gone. But are they gonna get Mev? That comes in from Click, but the Fisher's gonna not really do a lot, and now he's kind of exposed. Tosses on probably on cooldown for a couple more seconds, but I don't know if Click really has a way to escape. Can he get the blink off and just leave JP? It looks like that's what's gonna
Devastating.
happen.
Another death
Yeah.
for the Timbersaw. But you've got to go into the hell zone.
They're walking through a minefield, and they do not give a shit. DJ John looks like he's enthusiastic about jumping in. He does catch a bomb, which might end up it cancels his blink, but it doesn't look like they're gonna make a go on him.
That's
So yeah,
that's gut wrenching for the techies to put all of this work in just to see the enemy team completely disregard it. Wraith
Just
King
wade through
toggling
it,
his
yeah.
way through the bombs.
yeah, horrifying, absolutely horrifying.
I was going to ask if you were Standins, it's a secret, how would you deal with the mines? But it seems we don't even need to know. Wraith King doesn't care.
No, they're quite tanky, right? Like all of them are quite tanky, and Techie's damage is not what it used to be. Because it used to be really bad, really annoying to play against. You know, it's
those
just
were
not,
the days.
yeah,
This
it's
is
just kind of an
well
off-meta hero at the moment. So, man, this game, the gap does not seem to be closing between the JP and the other cores. It does look like they're going to run into somebody here. YVL's maybe got the save if he chooses to use it, but Abaddon doesn't die particularly fast. And in fact, Heisenberg looks like he might be in some amount of difficulty. The toss is going to get him, yeah. The Avalanche misses, but the toss secures the kill. So, yeah, they had a save there, but they didn't even need it.
This is
yeah.
one of those Emperor June style smoke ganks where he promises you that you're going to go on a beautiful magical
Yeah.
journey and all that's there is the squishiest one dies.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and it looks like they're gonna make a go on like the
Another
this
DD.
man is just made of double damage runes. It seems as though Click might be able to survive this, but he's getting chased up, and the spells are probably gonna come off cooldown soon for the Tiny. He's gonna get stunned up, and he's just gonna get right click down
Crunch.
without using any spells. So the avalanche toss is ready and available for JP to be knocked down below the Venge once again. So
And Timbersaw's
yeah.
deep grave gets 1 foot deeper.
Yeah. Oh boy. Poor guy. He's neck and neck with both the techies and the Abaddon, which is not phenomenal. The techie seems to be having a somewhat profitable game, and it looks like Jesse's also going to go down. Heisenberg attempts to save his friend, but in doing so only adds to the size of their treasure hoard. Unfortunate. And that's an 11k net worth lead at 21 minutes, and no signs of slowing down from the side of It's a Team Secret. Unfortunate. RIP, as they say, as the kids say. F.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead, Gray.
I'm always on favor of the Radiant winning. It just feels appropriate. I like to see the guys with the green health bars taking the lead. Makes
That's
it easier
fair.
for my
Yeah.
brain to follow.
That's reasonable. Yeah, I get that actually. I think it's very appealing, which is
Yeah.
nice. I'm not sure on that in terms of like Dire Radiant. I think the Standins have the eviler team, right? Well,
Yeah,
I don't know.
perhaps.
Timbersaw is supposed to be pretty good. Earthshaker's pretty good. Shadow Demon very
Pretty
evil.
good.
Techies is
Chaotic neutral.
chaotic neutral, yeah. Lightstealer pretty evil, but in a sad way. Razor, I think, is kind of evil. Venge, good guy. Abba, maybe kind of evil. Tiny, good guy. Wraith King, very evil. So I'm not
Wraith
sure how that.
King.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that
Wraith King is my
morally.
lawful husband. He's a beautiful and wonderful man, and he would never do me wrong.
I do not recognize the authority of a Wraith King. I will only recognize the authority of a skeleton. King.
Skeleton King, that's true. He did suffer a demotion. It costs about 180 euro for you to buy that promotion back for him.
Yes.
I thought you were going to go with typical Irish fashion there and go really anti-royal, which would have been better.
Only the High King of Tara is allowed to provide any orders for us.
And I'm not sure if he's a wraith or not.
I would suspect if he's still giving orders, he would have to be. It's been
Well,
600 years.
I mean, like, what is the difference to him? We don't know how to translate that phrase. Like, we don't know what's the difference between a wraith king and a ghost king or a skeleton king to him. I don't know, frankly.
I think the word for all of them is just puka. P-U accent C-A. So
Why is it so adorable?
yeah, I know. We have some nice words in our native
Jeez.
Tonga.
Yeah. Heisenberg once again dying in the mid lane,
King
farming
might be
creeps.
going down top.
Is he
Both
gonna
are-
die twice? They get him once. And he's got teammates joining. JP is desperately going to try and get something, but he's just gonna get picked by the Tiny again. He does. I mean, he's just gonna throw him in the air, right? Like.
Oh,
He does now. He gets him.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
no.
Bicep Fenoris runs away. There is a single Techie's mine that is holding up their position. So, and Jesse's gonna accidentally pop it on some neutral creeps.
whoops.
Oh boy, that's unfortunate.
How much
Bicep Fenoris is gonna TP away.
teleports out?
I don't think they can be stopped if they just like DJ John smells something.
Ooh.
Jesse might be able to bubble him and TP out if it comes to it, but he's just gonna
He's on
keep
cooldown
walking.
for 30 seconds. It's
Yep.
it's run or
Oh,
die.
he's juking and he's jiving. Looks like he's gonna get seen. He's gonna get. Oh, okay, he's gonna
You
bubble the
hate to
Venge.
see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah, and he's just gonna explode. Meanwhile, they actually do seem to manage to get Poltergrass in a huge win. But he is going to kill maybe both of the other heroes. Nope, just the Earthshaker. So they do manage to get a trade. But DJ John's looking for trouble. He is just gonna TP out. Lol. And Heisenberg's not going to be fast enough to get the thing. So they do manage to get 3 kills somehow. Pretty big. Still a 13k net worth lead, but signs of life coming out from the side of the Standins.
I'm looking now. If Earthshaker's dead, It is very difficult to stop the tankiness of It's a Team Secret from just teleporting out of bad fights.
Yeah, they've got like the bubble. Yeah, it's like it's just not easy, right? They just run away and or kill somebody. The other guys explode if they show anywhere close to anything. Bicep Fenoris maybe getting caught out. He does successfully manage to infest inside of a catapult, a concept that makes very little sense if you think about it.
Just
But
get small and pilots it.
yeah, it's actually very reasonable. They're gonna chase the catapult though, which looks really adorable. But it looks like Mav dog with chasing a car doesn't really seem to be having any success
Do
with
dogs chase cars?
that. Allegedly.
Mev is very like hair trigger on these ultis. I see the second he
yeah.
sees anyone, he's just like, I'm running at them and ulting. A
Reminds me
playstyle
of-
I'm a big
Crazy
fan
one.
of. Yeah,
Reminds
I'm a
me of
big
a
fan of the
certain,
playstyle.
Scented Steven, I know quite well.
No. A pungent man I once
Yeah.
knew. Now-
Scented Steven.
Now gracing the shores of Korea.
Yeah, actually, I believe he's in Japan now.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah. He said that there was a Pokemon Go event happening, and he messaged me if I needed anything from it, because he's also a considerate Steve.
He has layers.
Yeah.
Stinky layers.
Stinky layers.
They're going to identify the Roche is still up, and they're probably going to look over to take it.
It reminds me of home, seeing the first Roshan fall 26 minutes in after a very, very strong early game, when really, for the past 10 minutes, he could have fallen at any time.
Yeah, they
that
definitely
moment-
could have done it 10 minutes ago. You're right.
That
about
moment when anyone says, "Oh, guys, Roche is up," and that creeping realization that you could have done this a couple times by now.
Yeah, this could have been the second Roche of the game.
Yeah.
I suppose the one
Alas.
thing, like, I know I kind of maybe put Secret's draft as maybe not quite as good into the stand-ins earlier. Like, the one thing is that they're kind of scared to play that Roche pit into a shaker. You know, unless they have a solid advantage, it's risky when all standing in a pit.
True. And breaking away from the Roche pit to go straight to the Tormentor, no comment.
Yeah. My lawyer says I shouldn't talk about that.
Yeah, the teleprompter, again, telling us, please ignore the fact that they're doing Tormentor. It's a normal thing to do.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I'm yet to see proof.
Yeah, no comment from the.
Juniper Blackbriar gifting a sub.
How does that work?
Going to the top of the gifted subs. Thank
Neat.
you, Junie.
Yeah,
We see
huge.
you and we appreciate you.
I actually haven't checked that. Has anyone said any? Has anyone even?
I've been glancing over because
I have
I
not.
spend a lot of time in chat saying nothing into the void. So I have been glancing over. I appreciated June Squad from Solarcrest and from Junie in chat.
Okay, good job. All right,
Good
thanks.
job.
People are actually speaking, which makes me feel bad for not noticing. Yeah, I mean hold on, maybe I can engage with someone, drive up that user engagement that we
with a
know
3
about.
minute-
I would say Reese is probably pretty right about the tiny. Actually, when I actually came to think about Unfettered versus it, when I thought about it for more than a second and a half, I was like, oh, this is actually maybe not great.
Why? What is the?
Well, first of all, you're not magic immune, so you're not getting out of avalanche. Like, even if you unfetter,
Oh, you
you're
just
still
get
getting
stunned
stuck.
anyway. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe it was a
Like,
bad idea.
And that's just first. Like, I
I
think Rage is
chose
just
to
going be
interpret it
better.
as a correct decision
Give them
instead
the
of
benefit of
maybe
the
an
doubt.
obviously bad one. Unfortunate. It looks like they're just going to return to commenting on the game exactly what you expect to happen. The huge big slam though is actually going to take out Protograss's first life, but they're not actually going to get the avenge off of the back of it, and now they're just stuck in the middle of the enemy team. The inevitable might end up getting delayed a little by a nice little bubble. Click does manage to get out of there, but like outside of getting the Wraith King's life, they just get a lane of racks, and everyone is extremely healthy now on the side of It's a Team Secret. Although they are going to walk through a little bit of a minefield, which is nice.
Next to no deaths on either side out of that fight is kind of insane.
Yeah. Were there any buybacks? Did we miss any buybacks or anything like that?
No.
Or?
No,
Worry, we
the
can get
only player
buyback
that died
status
was
on screen.
the techies.
Look,
There was
that's
a
like
King and the
yeah.
techies.
And an entire lane of racks. So I think it's a team secret. I'm pretty happy about that. All things considered. Looks like they're just gonna go for the next. Like they're just gonna keep this game rolling. They're not a particularly cooldown dependent team. On the side of it's a team secret, they don't have slam. They might need to be a little careful with the Wraith King, maybe just for a little bit before, for like 60 seconds for the ulti. But I don't think they will have that much difficulty slapping that high ground with the Tiny if they choose to do it. Mev's going to clear a bunch of mines, one with his whip and two with his face. And I think he went for a bit of a go there on Tiny, but just didn't really find anything. Bit of a blind jump because he's still got the Aegis. 20k net worth lead for coming up on 31 minutes.
Yeah.
It's looking dicey for the side of the Standins in this elimination game. I've decided that it's in order to keep this interesting.
We are going to execute.
Yeah.
I've turned off the teleprompter when I said execute.
Yeah.
We're gonna eliminate someone after this game.
Yeah, it's not an elimination game from the tournament. It looks like the Fisher block is going to block DJ John in. JP is going to get swapped out, though. It really feels like they're struggling to find the damage. Jesse James is going to get a save off onto Heisenberg, but it's only going to delay his death a little bit. He might end up popping to the Wraith King's passive. Wraith King himself is going to go down. They did get the Venge as well. Slam's going to come out onto Mev. He might end up going down to the... but Click... isn't gonna get him. They're chasing really far and just leaving DJ John against JP, which does not feel like a fair fight. But JP has an axe, and he is just maybe gonna get out. Can they get him? They cannot. So, pretty decent high ground defense, though it did seem like a couple of buybacks came out from the side of the Standins. I'm not sure how many.
Lifestealer's net worth has now overtaken Tiny's.
Incredible. Good for him.
It was only JP that bought back.
It was only JP? Okay.
Yeah.
That was a pretty decent high ground defense. Huge slam coming out from Click. Starting to find those team fights, right, that they were looking for. I mentioned before, like, I do think, like, It's a Team Secret did a great job picking heroes that would get the lead that they needed. But if they fall behind, they could, if they one more high ground throw, and I think they could end up in the same situation we were against them yesterday.
No, this has never happened to the June squad.
No, yeah, you're right. We've never lost.
I have full faith in the momentum of Team It's a Secret to, just like us, push on through and
Mousy is holding up a photograph of the enemy fountain, and I've never seen that location in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I've never seen a treant before either.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I don't think you can ever count out the shaker too much. Like, you could be severely behind, but as long as you have your ulti, you have a chance.
Lifestealer's does a bunch of damage, and Timbersaw is with the Ags is starting to get there. What are the net worths? Can you show me, Malou?
It's a sad story on the net worth.
Like, he's 10. Okay, actually, this is less of a JP is doing better than I thought he was, and much more of a Click's actually doing a lot worse than I thought he was doing. But Lifestealer is still, it's competitive for him. He's still in the game. He's gonna get sucked a little bit, but Mev is like the link's gonna snap, and he's just gonna unfetter himself away. Unfetteredly.
Yeah, I think JP was starting to get into a good position and then had to buy back, and that kind of just sent him straight back to where he was previously.
Yeah. 8k net worth behind his opposing number. They're just gonna go high ground, and there isn't a lot that can stop them. Like, Tiny they just shred buildings basically across the board, but Tiny's particularly good at it. And with a potential save up, they did try and do this before and did suffer a number of losses, even with the Aegis, so it does feel a bit dicey. JP is going to find himself a double damage rune, or an amplify. I'm just refusing to learn. I don't care. It's a double damage. It doubled his damage.
The characters still say double damage when they pick it up.
Yeah, so it's fine. DJ John is going to go in. He's just going to have to BKB immediately. Probably didn't expect the entire enemy team to be there. Poltergrass is a fucking crazy person, though, and he is going to beat Jesse James over the head and BKB and leave as if he didn't commit a horrible crime.
That's how you play red heroes. You love to see it. Oh, and JP is taking a beating again. Oh!
Mev, having disguised himself as the member of the enemy team, successfully backstabs them somehow, and it looks like maybe this is this is it. There is a buyback from Click, but he did whiff a slam, I think. Bison for Morris is going to try and get away.
He blinked in for the slam as Tiny tossed, and Tiny tossed it back out.
The techies mines!
This man has a top
Maybe? Maybe they are? He's just getting exploded. He's just going to TP out on Poltergrass. And Click is going to make it out. He's going to make it out.
Good. Team Standins takes that, you know.
Two buybacks coming out from the Standins. But yeah, still very much in the game.
That's the sort of... Sorry.
Yeah. No.
That's the sort of ball rolling stoppage that we were talking about.
Exactly.
You know, they just need to cease that momentum, and if they can keep having like incrementally better fights like that, they definitely have the team comp to push this one out.
That was the ball rolling stoppage is the exact kind of elegant description that I was looking for.
That's what we've come to love here in Dota 2 Ireland.
We try to continue the spirit of Mark's English degree.
Yeah.
By not actually really doing anything important or talking.
I'm innovating on language here. I'm making up new bullshit every second of my life. Isn't that just the true human freedom?
Bicep for Morris hitting the tower the entire way down to the one last hit and then turning and running away. In his defense, not a single other person tried to push after 4 people died.
It's fine. I mean, it's down to a 12k net worth lead. So, again, I don't know how JP's farm isn't getting like these one team fights have had exactly 0 impact on his net worth somehow. Unfortunately, but he's still making himself useful in these team fights. Yeah, giving him the tankiness he needs to be able to get some spells off. Still does a bunch of damage just from the stat reduction from his inherent in his Q alone. So it looks like they're going to be gearing towards the next burst, though, on the side of it's a team secret, and maybe this one gets them the win that they need.
Have to hope they get through it quickly, though. You never want to take Roshan while Slam is up.
No.
I wonder. Like, I mean, they know from the roar. It just looks like he's got other priorities.
Yeah. Yes. I think they just have better positioning this time round. Like when it was earlier, like there wasn't pressure on the map, but right now with Iraq's down and the waves all pushed out, yeah, you're happy to rush.
Yeah, Bicep Fenoris might be eyeing up this Abaddon, but I think it's a bit of a difficult kill. He also just has 2 guns of strength and a Vambrace in his back.
Tier 4 neutral items. Let's see what kind of shake-up that brings.
Yeah. It could. There's some really good ones. Like there's some very important ones that could come out. JP gets the Timeless Relic.
I thought it was
I feel like Click didn't get it. Yeah, a lot of Ogre Seal Totems coming out for some reason this game.
I'm interested in the logic behind that.
Lots of strength heroes.
Yeah, but do you want 12 strength and a bad 4 staff on your lifestealer, or do you want like
the other option
better tier 4?
To be fair, I mean on the lifestealer I kind of rate it. On the other heroes, I feel like for Tiny and for Earthshaker, for example, it's sort of like if you're a caster, like if you benefit a lot from skills, or like stuns or spell damage or whatnot, there's really only one item. So if you don't get the Timeless Relic, like it used to be where you'd have the cast reduction one as well. So even like you'd get one or the other. Whereas like now you either get the Timeless Relic or everything kind of sucks. Yeah. So JP getting lucky for the first time in the game. Look at him with his Yule Scepter. He's adorable.
God bless him. Staring at his own melee racks.
Yeah. Longingly, lovingly. Nothing bad's gonna happen to you, melee racks.
We'll keep you safe.
You're only 3 days from retirement.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no!
Oh God. Oh God, right in front of them. Huge techies initiation. Did he use both slams?
Yeah,
he went first.
I didn't even notice.
May have cost them.
And JP's items keeping him alive just long enough to watch one of the Raxes die, and then
there goes his lover.
Yeah, thankfully the other one goes down after, so he doesn't have to watch. But Mev mercilessly murdered in response by his own teammate.
You love to see it, you hate to see it.
Classic Tiny.
No. You would have done it if you could.
No, without hesitation.
Yeah. Click with the first ult that fight. I don't know, was it the Razor Q,
Might have been.
or something else? Broke his blink and he ulted on the side
There's like a
lane.
bunch of things. It could be the Razor Q, it could be the Venge W, like a classic example of something that can really mess up your blinks.
And there, the Ogre Seal Totem very nicely
yeah.
pulling Lifestealer into their team. Whether or not that's a good idea remains to be seen.
Yeah.
There he goes. Get the fuck away from me.
Poltergeist manning up on click, gonna click him a bunch of times. Got him. Poltergeist getting mildly exploded, but he still has his ult, just a healthy amount of exploding, nothing huge.
There's an epic 3v1 happening.
Giving him a
Lifestealer.
mild cold. Yeah, Poltergeist is gonna get kited out. He's going to get inside of Tiny. And now he's out, and no one's gonna ask any questions about where he just was. Big Heisenberg's done, but it's not really enough. He does manage to get the AoE Bloodseeker rupture, but it's not really going to be doing enough. YVL's illusion's probably going to go down? Well, maybe not. Yeah, it finally does. Alongside JP, it's his moment to avenge his fallen love. It's, oh god, they're back.
Oh god, the Aegis.
Oh right, never mind. He's going to join his Rax lover in the afterlife. So they can finally be united again.
I feel like the Lifestealer is just doing absolutely no damage.
He's trying, yeah, but he's just getting kited out, right? Like,
it's part of the build too, but you know, like he was being kited out really hard there, and that's where Rage would have obviously been much better. But at the same time,
he has no way of locking them
clicking
down. No.
He's clicking for what, like 250 at this point in the game? It's a bit sad.
Yeah. They've got an ABBA healing people, they got a Venge to swap, they've got a bunch of stuns and shit. Looks like he might die one final time. He's going to Ogre Seal himself away. Jesse's going to put him in a bubble. But it looks like they're just going to watch their throne die.
Curtains for the dire.
Yeah, unfortunate. And GG.
GG.
And it goes to the side of It's a Team Secret in this elimination series, maybe.
We can keep raising the stakes. It doesn't have to be. Yeah.
I did not actually see them call GG, but someone referenced that in the chat. When did that happen?
I missed it.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't. It didn't seem to.
42 minutes. Very clean. What could it mean?
Huge. Yes, beautiful. All right. Well, I guess we got that was a pretty commanding victory from It's a Team Secret, really executing on their draft well. Standins showed signs of life, but just really couldn't cinch it. I'm interested. What do you guys think they're gonna do to change it up going into the next game? Just what's getting banned? What's getting through? What do you think?
I think lanes for stand-ins went really poorly. They have to do something to try and fix this up on their next draft. I don't know really what that will be, but it's like we don't want to see that offlane go as poorly as it did last time.
Fair. Yeah. Gray, anything to add?
Yeah, I definitely think that they're going to be keeping their eyes open for because they had the right picks. I think, like we were saying going into the game, that they chose very well around the draft in the pick phase. Like they picked the right heroes to deal with what they were going up against. So it definitely has to have been maybe some small execution tweaks. Maybe stop that Tiny again. Just a few small things. Again, I think that double slam right at the end, if it had come through, everyone was clustered together, and the slam that did hit did a massive deal. If they could have got that one through, might have been a completely different game.
Yeah, that's fair. Anyway, we're gonna take I think a very short break because the rest of the teams are gonna be in are already in the lobby. But we will see you soon for Game 2 of It's a Team Secret versus Standins. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to IDL Season 4. We've got Game 2 of the Standins versus It's a Team Secret. First game was a pretty commanding victory from the sides of It's a Team Secret, but the Standins managed to keep it competitive up to the very end to some degree. So, interested to see how they're going to change things around. Joining me, I've got the co-casters of Gray, who I believe is eating a pizza right now.
What do you mean? Nothing's happening.
Yeah, nothing's. Who's just going to be mysteriously silent and make some chewing noises. And Mousy, a co-member of the team, June Squad. Mousy, who I believe is not eating anything currently. And we also have Malou, who is obsing, who is eating something. So Mousy, what do you think? How do you feel about that last game?
Yeah, I don't know. It was just, I think it was like partially a bit of a laning problem. I know, like we said in between games, like maybe it was just partially that the techies and the timber saw just not really a good combo. They would end up in a fight. Techies would blast off, and then they would just both die.
I think that game goes significantly different if Timbersaw gets off to a good game, but you're picking Timbersaw into a pretty rough lane in the Wraith King and the Venge, and Techies is just a hyper-aggressive hero, not a particularly good defensive one.
Yeah.
So the blast-offs were always just coming in too late. And so he ended up getting a lot of farm on the Techies, but JP kind of just couldn't have a game.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this yesterday with Team Secret, like when we were like thinking about the team, and Poltergray is like quite clearly the best player here. He just has done a lot of good work in every game we've seen him in, so they have to be kind of aware of what.
I actually don't know if I
carry.
necessarily agree on that one.
Okay.
Out of all of the heroes in this or all the players in this lobby, I would say that I think maybe the best one is probably Bicep Morris.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, I mean, I meant on the side of Team Secret. Sorry.
And in terms of Team Secret, John Cena has had a much DJ John has had a better showing, or at least a more impactful showing. I think. Now, to be totally fair, Poltergeist is someone who has his heroes picked extremely early and always consistently shows up. So it's kind of hard to necessarily compare, but I don't think he's miles ahead of everyone else on his team.
Fair enough. I think he has been like a consistent problem, though.
Yeah, he's been a consistent
have to
problem.
solve. I think if you giving him a good lane isn't the answer.
It's too good of a lane. Yeah, he will not give you he knows his laning, right? He will not let you away with a lot. And if you're gonna pick a Techies Timbersaw lane into a lane counter matchup kind of situation, well, they're gonna kill you until you're the lowest net worth hero in the game.
Yeah.
Right? Their Team Secret do not seem to think that they're having much of a problem with their previous draft because they're right back to the Earthshaker. Though they are gonna end up banning out Ancient Apparition and Bloodseeker early, which is intriguing. And there's the Prophet.
Lord.
Beautiful. And we're back. I am having flashbacks,
Someone
ladies
keep
and
an eye on
gentlemen.
Ancient. Somebody look at Ancient for me.
My brain I've gone numb and my breathing has become shallow and panicked.
I'm gonna be watching this Prophet like a hawk for the entire game.
Yes.
It's not the Prophet, it's the Treants. You're already doing it wrong. It's already
I guarantee you that if something like that happens again, at least this time, the casters aren't going to be the last people on Earth to realize what is happening.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of casters flaming people for not, even though they didn't see it either.
Yes.
And they had
the people who
vision.
can see all of the map all of the time. But
I was screaming at you guys from my sofa. Because I don't watch through Twitch. Like a real fan, I launched Dota and live watched my friends.
Beautiful. So I'm excited. I'm actually excited to see this. Bicep Femoris is really good at this hero. He plays it really well, and it's really obnoxious. So I'm kind of intrigued. The only problem is that the hero's main, for one, it's very specialized. I don't know if it's a strong enough hero to play against an entire team of counters. Especially when you're banning out yourself, Dawnbreaker, and Nightstalker.
Very poetic to ban them both in the same stroke.
Yeah, really covering both bases. But there are also heroes that are very good against Nature's Prophet. So I'm sort of mixed on those two bans. But it takes a while for that Treant shit to kick in, right? So if we're gonna see something spicy, it's gonna have to be a pretty long game.
I do also think it's like a little bit of a scary first pick game there because, well, although they have banned out like Spectre that can catch, Shaker's perfectly capable of just jumping on Prophet anytime he sees him. Shaker's historically been, even as a support, that gets a fisher out of fog, unlike the heroes that can get away like an AM or something. So, on Prophet, who isn't exactly mobile, it'll be interesting to see if he can avoid the shaker. I think that's number one in his game plan right now, is like whenever you're playing the game, you have to not get caught out.
Did we end up banning the Prophet in game 2?
No,
I'm not sure if we
I don't
did.
think so. I don't think so.
I'm not positive. It might have been in that one. We might have banned it in that one.
But
no, we didn't. I don't think we did. I think you're right. I don't think we did. I don't think we're cowards. I think we because we lost the first game to the gyrocopter as well last night, and we didn't ban it the second time around because we felt like we could deal with it. I think it is something you can work around, basically, right?
Shaker Phoenix Willow. This is a very nasty.
I like it.
Nasty structure to play into.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, if you're not careful, your health bar will disappear before you notice.
Yeah, a lot of team fight, decent amount of a lot of lockdown, a lot of damage, right? Like some solid stuff. The Phoenix can be flexed 3 or 4 or like 3, can be 3, 4, or 5. So like a decent amount of flexibility as well. The silencer pick. The stand-ins have decided that the meta does not work for them, so they will do whatever the fuck they want.
I love to see a silencer, especially with Phoenix and Earthshaker, and to an extent Dark Willow. I know that as someone who plays with a lot of big team fighty ultimates, when you're getting ready to become the coolest fucking person in the world and save everyone by ulting, hearing silencer put his shit out, God, it does sting. I actually really like the silencer here.
Yeah, they seem to be going for a bit of a global strategy as well. And with a Nature's Prophet to back you up and a Clockwork Wall running around, there is a lot of potential for some pickoffs. And yeah, that could be. I mean, it seems like they're maybe giving up on being able to contest directly in terms of team fight strength, and they can use the silencer to kind of like facilitate pickoffs and/or counter them being able to team fight really strongly. Right, so maybe they get one team fight every 180 seconds where they can contest them with the global silence. But outside of that, it looks like it's going to be a nasty rat game coming out from the Standins. And this is what they did against us. This is the Legion Commander.
This is a very I kind of like the silencer idea in this. I know, as you said, it's maybe not quite not quite meta, but the idea of being able to stop the catch on Prophet and even facilitate some Legion dulls, it could be cool. If it works, it'll work well, but will it work is the question. It's really hard to execute.
One of the reasons this worked against us was because we had me on Dawnbreaker, and they did a really good job of one of the strengths of the hero is when I'm I play across the map, and then they could pick me off, right? They really put a lot of effort into that. I'm not sure if it's the same situation here as it was before, right? They kind of are picking a lot of pick off into a lot of team fight, right? They've got a bit of split push, right? Like the classic trade-off, right? It's the split push beats the team fight, but the team fight beats the pick off, and the pick off beats the split push, right?
Yeah.
And the only split push you've got, in fact, the only hero so far that's halfway fucking decent at pushing out a wave is the Nature's Prophet. And then you've got 3 heroes that are decent at picking stuff off, right? And so versus an overwhelming amount of team fight and save, I think in this case, the team fight and save helps. The silences need to be phenomenal for this for them to be able to fight back here.
I have faith. I have faith in silencer. I have to believe. And it's a team secret. Definitely here, cherishing that Nyx assassin ban.
Yeah, really making it work for them.
They really saw that and thought, okay, let's capitalize on this. And there's
the Dragon Knight. Yeah, looks like the Dragon Knight's coming out. He's not a hero that's particularly easy to pick off, even while he's hard farming, and he will hit a timing. There's a possibility, but by the time the Blade Mail Blink comes out on the Legion Commander, Dragon Knight will have 3 items, right? You could have Tread, Mask of Madness, S and Y. It's Poltergeist, so it's gonna be Armlet. It's gonna be Armlet, Treads, Mask of Madness, S and Y, and
maybe
he's just never gonna die.
Can we get a bet in chat on whether
Armlet,
Blades of Attack first item?
Yeah.
Oh, I should be
Blades of Attack. Blades of Attack.
I didn't do it on the last one.
Invoker
Last pick.
Click Invoker. Okay, like that's not bad. Honestly, it's not bad, but I just do not like. I think that it's a team secret. Like the bans, it feels very thought out, right? Because I commented about how they banned the Dawnbreaker and the Night Stalker, but then they end up picking like the last 3 heroes on their side ended up being heroes that you want both of those out of the pool, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a team secret just have a much more cohesive draft here. They've picked good heroes and also like a better way of dealing with the enemy team. So
Yeah.
I gotta give them favorites here.
I know
Like-
this isn't what we tend to talk about in terms of drafting, but I have to say the skins are not quite coming together for me on both
sorry.
teams.
I like the Shaker's good.
I like the shaker. I like the clockwork. The silencer, it hurts my eyes a little bit. There's a lot of light coming
Yeah.
off there.
I was
He's got a
looking
weird
at the
hat.
Oracle.
I like
and
the
thinking
tomato
The same
prophet.
thing.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of. They're very busy. They're very
They're
busy
very
team.
involved.
I don't know-
game in general.
I don't like a Poltergrass who's clearly selected a bunch of different like setups for his Dragon Knight skin.
I like to mix and match, but this is not a
No.
good mix and match. However, this intro scene, the Ringmaster one, I really wanted it and I didn't get it because I wasn't
marked.
playing Dota at the time. So, that one's on me.
That's fair. Yes. Well, we're live now. Like we're ready to go. I have been very clear about my feeling that I think it's a team secret. This draft is better. Anyone care to dissuade me?
I, for the sake of devil's advocacy, and if things go my way, being right against someone who is 9,000 more MMR than me, yes, I'm in the negatives. I'm gonna say, watch out for this Invoker, watch out for this Prophet, and the Silencer ultis are definitely. I mean, I think you're gonna be surprised. I think these Silencer ultis are gonna do a lot of work.
One thing I will say is, at the very least, their lanes should go better. Like Legion Commanders should still lane perfectly fine into a DK, right? Invoker will be fine into Earthshaker. Prophet should be all right-ish. Prophet might have a little bit of difficulty, but he's a good player. So like I have faith that Bicep Femoris will be able to look after himself a bit. Maybe if you pressure enough early, right, on the clock and the Prophet, right, the Phoenix can maybe get shut down a little bit. But so the lanes I think should go better, and if that is the case, then at the very least the game should be something that if they play their cards right, it's just one good pick off is all they really need. Looks like people are gonna trade a little bit for the runes, but nobody dies. JP may actually have put himself into a degree of trouble. He's juking, he gets his Q off. He gets blood grenaded, but it looks like Jesse's gonna save him. Poltergrass suddenly in a little bit of trouble. This is just such a meager fight. Jesse successfully dodges one of the roots, walks into the other, and feeds first blood. Meanwhile, JP, maybe? I don't know why people are still fighting.
Yeah, it's messy. To have started the fight so late and after people had begun splitting up it just felt a bit sloppy.
Looks like people are TPing out. Mev is at least in the correct lane. Yeah, alright. So and thus it begins.
Yeah, I to follow up on your thing about dissuading you, I don't think there'll be any dissuasion. I far prefer the secret draft here. It just feels more stable. I think Standins have kind of what I said earlier. It's like the execution has to be perfect. And they're going to be playing a risky game.
The thing is, like with the Prophet, it does double up a little bit on their split pushing potential, right? Like with the spirits. I'm not sure if that's like still a thing that happens. He may have overextended a bit on a Mev, right? But it just looks like they're going to trade a bunch of spells. But Jesse successfully managing to, like a good move from Jesse that gets a really solid trade in lane. I think he's correctly identified that this phase of the laning phase, like level 1 Phoenix is kind of dog. So they're just going to try and push it a little bit. DJ John's going to have all of his mana sapped. It's going to... Oh, so they've swapped.
Click going on.
Yeah,
Shaker here. Oh,
this will be embarrassing, and Click gets solo killed. Rip. success, like DJ John intends to show him how it's done. Devastating, emotional.
It was a very rough kiss, to quote you earlier.
Yeah. Just
It's
I don't know what you're indicating, but
it's
you know.
a toothy smooch, shall we say?
yeah. There was some unsanctioned biting.
Yeah, it's like
That's
those.
for sure.
To make another fucked metaphor, it's like those.
No, by all means, let's escalate this.
I was gonna take it down a step. It's like one of those Rose's chocolates with a hazelnut in it when you're like 6 and you don't know what hazelnuts are, and you bite in expecting a nice chocolate, and then ooh, what
Damn,
is that? Do I have allergies? Yes, I'm dead.
Yes, a classic tale.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
has happened to us all?
we've all had.
A universal truth, a constant, in fact. That outside of the fact that mid solo kill, though, I mean, JP's definitely having a much better. Like JP has almost as many last hits now as he had at 10 minutes in the other game, right? So that's pretty good, right? Because he was at 25 when the rating was 50. That's nice. So he's trading perfectly fine into the DK, who's kind of struggling for a bit of those last hits. DK will just be able to flash farm later. I don't imagine he'll have, like, even if he's behind a little bit, I'm not sure if it'll matter all that much. But JP is managed. JP looks like he'll be a hero in this game, which is nice.
A hype duel at the right time is always an energy uplifter, and there are great targets on the other team to blink on and duel.
I've got a sinking feeling that what's going to happen here is JP's going to have a great game, and then he's going to duel someone, and they're going to get Oracle ultied for the rest of the game, and he's going to finish the game with no duel damage.
I'm sure that's not going to happen.
I was like, the man does not scream lucky. That's it. That's my.
After last game, I'm inclined to believe you, but we have to have hope. Radiant got the green health bars, or Standins got the green health bars this game. They are the protagonists, and we have to stay on their side. Believe they're gonna pull through. I kind of rate the the silencer as a 4 here, because he seems to do well in lane. Like he enables, he hurts, right? Like he does the damage. You know I'm gonna be picking it in our games then.
I kind of appreciate it.
Mav looking go down a lot.
Mav is
he gets
dev.
Jesse.
He does get Jesse, but not ideal. But I think Jesse's kind of fine with that.
Definitely not. Yeah, I mean, he was being zoned out quite hard before that too. So you're not feeling too comfortable. Maybe it's reversed this time.
Maybe it is going to be reversed.
It's sad.
No Blade of Attack on Dragon Knight.
No, is he Blade of Attackless? Oh my God, he went normal person items. Clearly, clearly, Poltergrass has been replaced. I'm calling for fraud here. We require an investigation. Because this man has purchased normal person items.
Let's do a welfare check on Poltergrass, please.
Yeah.
Can we get a background check? Do we know where that bracer came from? Do we know who gave it to him?
Yeah, well, he's like maybe he can't afford his usual hijinks when he's getting he's 23-1 to the Legion Commanders 36-8. So.
Maybe that's why. Maybe he didn't have enough attack damage without the Blades of Attack.
Yeah, so that's true. Yeah, I mean, here we are. Yeah, he listened to us, the fool.
Did you pack this belt of strength yourself, or are you carrying it through customs for a friend? We just out of curiosity.
Playing anyone in Dota Ireland has friends.
I've got you guys, and we're Dota 2 Ireland.
We're sorry for your loss.
Yeah, we're a couple of things.
Yeah.
Jesse's going in again. He's correctly identified that he is the his cogs are really good against the Phoenix, but he's also, I think, his over-aggression here has kind of undermined the lead that they had in the lane, because the Phoenix went from having no ability to really contest to getting kill participation twice. The first kill may be good, but probably gave away a bit of experience, right? Because it was a trade. Now he just died. And
ooh, in the mid lane.
DJ John successfully pulls it off. That looks pretty dodgy. I think Invoker turned around because he thought he was safe, but no. Sound takes a really long time to travel or something.
I was looking for that mousy sunstrike.
Yeah.
And no exhort leveled.
Jesse might go down again, but Bicep Fonoris will probably get a kill in response for it. Jesse does go down. That one I think was maybe fine, but Jesse should probably find a way to do this sort of stuff without dying.
What do we think? Bicep Femoris going for the purple, or just gonna let it go?
He can just go back to base whenever he wants.
Is Clint gonna get
Oh,
Totally gets
please.
on it? No.
Click needs it.
Is he getting
Click
the
needs
kill?
it so bad. I don't think he's going to get it. He's too slow.
Re-exhort to catch up.
Surely not.
Oh no!
DJ John's a crazy
oh, no,
person.
Click.
Oh, God, no. Mev's going to
Oh,
kill him,
it's
too.
devastating.
Oh, God, Click. Click, no.
No.
Welfare check on Click. not because we don't think it's him. I just think he might be having a hard time
That's
right
the
now.
sound of the empty barrel. Click, click,
Yeah.
click.
Oh, boy.
No.
Just getting like 3 kills mid. Jesse with a huge cog, but it doesn't quite make it. And so he's just gonna soak up some experience under the guise of a rotation. Beautiful.
We love
Leaving
to
his
support
carry alone.
An underdog, though. This is, you know, as I always said, this is why Albert Einstein invented the next game, and you have to play from behind to make your victory that much sweeter.
Yeah. All in all, again, the other lanes are going well for them, right? They're leading in both lanes.
Pressure top.
Yeah. So it's not the worst. Bicep Femoris getting a good game is scary. Legion Commander getting a good game is scary, especially if she hits 6 before the Oracle gets his ult. She might be able to get some momentum going. So, like uncontested, you know? She's going to end up going straight for a Blade Mail, which is not unreasonable. But it's like they watch this space, is all I'm saying, right? Like, they're not out yet.
We should certainly hope not. Though this 2 and 7 at 8 minutes is very similar to what we were seeing last game. We just need to hope that they've shaken themselves out of a funk.
To be fair, 3 of them have no deaths. 4 deaths on Jesse, 3 deaths on Click. The rest
Jesus
is going quite
Christ.
well. I think Click is the pain point right now. He's the JP
Ooh.
this game.
Despite having the significant last head advantage, actually, it's as Malou shows us the net worth. It's only like Prophet is having a barnstormer of a game, but the others, like Legion Commander, despite having a lead in last hits, is still behind the Dragon Knight. And I mean, almost 1,000 gold behind his lane counterpart on the Invoker is probably not great either. Poltergrass gets his 6 before the Legion Commander, so he's just gonna his farm's about to pop off. Does Dragon Knight's Ag still give him flying movement? Is that still a thing?
I don't believe so.
JP's manning up.
In top.
Doesn't say that it does anyway.
Not obvious. Well, that would have been really good against
Duel on
Prophet.
Oracle before he hits 6.
Mev now with his level 6 is actually a significant threat for the Prophet, which is spooky. DJ John looking for more people to terrorize. DJ John playing his greatest hits. He's gonna walk himself away though. He might just be about to beat the ever-loving shit out of Click though. I can feel it.
If he can conjure up one of his famous out-of-his-ass
can.
DD runes.
Yeah. I'm
I
fairly
don't
certain
think
he
he needs it.
excretes them.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, but the tornado is nice.
Does he have dust? He doesn't have dust.
Who would carry dust? I mean, what is this? Div 1?
I don't think he cares. He's over 1,000 up.
Yeah.
He can like 2-shot the Invoker. Does he need dust when all he needs is that one hit?
Who will win? DJ John or a combined 7 deaths at 10 minutes in this lane? As Jesse and Click both seem to share the mid experience.
DJ John is.
Silence is coming.
John is getting thing. I spoke too soon. He lulled them into they fed them into a false. Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
God.
He just exploded the shit out of both of them.
That was rather violent.
Oh God!
I hope to go out like that one day. That sounds.
That was cataclysmic. Oh,
Yeah.
dear Lord. Oh.
Yeah. You want to talk about panic ulting, but no, that was a calculated terrorist.
That was an airstrike this position now. Oh boy.
Get the airstrike on yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
If I'm going down, this street's coming down with me.
I'm not sure. I mean, they also had to rotate all their heroes mid to trade 2 for 1 into the Earthshaker. So my instinct is telling me that was good for their team, but it probably doesn't feel good.
I don't think it feels good.
Meanwhile, Click just teleported somewhere else, is going to barely escape if he gets caught in those brambles, he TPs back and turns that into 5 deaths in a row.
And there goes, before Oracle can get ulti,
Oh, that's a dual win. That's a huge PR victory.
guy.
Jesse,
Good goal for
meanwhile,
Jesse.
decides that he doesn't want to miss out on a potential feed.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh,
6
dear
minutes
God,
and 12
6 and
minutes now.
4. Yeah.
We can keep count.
There have been a lot of clockworks this league, and they've definitely been at either ends of the clockwork bell curve.
I
We've been
think
seeing a lot of very strong clockwork performances and a lot of unfortunate ones.
this is one of those games where Clockwork has very much. I think he's the first 3 waves were the peak of his power in this game. So I don't think it's going to get better for him because he's not really going to be doing a lot against the enemy team. Oh, it looks like the global silence comes out in an attempt to save Click. Jesse is back.
Can he get death number 7? That's what I want to
it's
see.
like how soon will it be? Like they just used the global silence.
I feel the pain, but the hook.
They get a kill. Huge.
shit, he got a
Jesse
kill.
gets a kill. He's on the board. Lulled them into a false sense of security yet again.
I'm telling you, I'm here for this clockwork. I have been this clockwork.
He
and
died.
I've won as this clockwork.
He died on Invoker. Was it a
Where?
trade? He traded for him. Yeah, I think the Willow killed him. I think we missed it. So it was actually a trade for the Willow for Click.
But when you're behind, trades are good.
You know what they say? When God closes a door, he kills either Jesse or Click.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's a good thing that God lives in a very humble home. Not a lot of
Yes.
doors. A very open plan.
I mean, look, if they concentrate all the deaths on those 2 people, then it's fine. You know, like they can't die more, or
Yeah.
you know, you're already dead. What does it matter?
Exactly. Oh, Jesus Christ, he died again. These are happening too. I didn't even know he was alive.
No. Yeah,
Oh.
it's
Surely his deaths are beginning to not matter.
I'm in another different way though. They're beginning to matter more and more. 0, 6, and 2,
3
14
bagels
minutes.
and 2 0 and 20s, though. You still have 3 bagels.
That's true. That is true. That is true. Yeah. It's sort of
Does
like
that
the
mean
way.
anything? I'm not sure, but
No, I'm jiving with it. It's sort of like how Jesus Christ took upon himself all of the sins of the world. In the same way, Click and Jesse are distributing all of the deaths between the 2 of themselves.
not to
I'd
beat
right
a
on the
dead horse.
shaker.
How many souls worth of sin do you think I could get for dying in a selfless manner? Like, if Christ gets, what, like 30 billion? How many is, like, if I let myself die in a noble way, how
I
many
don't know
people
if
can I
it's-
absolve?
I don't know if it works. I don't know if that was his special power or if it was just a thing he did.
Click's looking for
Yeah.
a slam here in mid.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
God.
Clicks
Click,
Click
run.
is looking for a slam.
Oh,
Click is indeed
fucking-
looking for a slam. Oh,
Why did they? Click's natural instincts kicked in there, so he went to hug as close as he possibly could to the one man who could prevent him from getting slapped.
Save him, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh my
That's-
God.
Misery,
getting-
misery, misery. The
He's
whole
getting
flipping
bullied
way.
so hard.
Oh.
Click, we're truly taking on the burden of making JP feel better about what happened to him last game. This I feel like this is gonna start taking off. But
yeah.
despite all of this horror, I mean, for one, Jesse might be able to actually get a kill
Oh,
here.
they get the duel on Mev.
They do get the duel off.
And a sunstrike.
He is gonna go down, and Jesse
JP's
somehow.
gotta be feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But not only that, but Bicep Morris is farming up a fucking storm, right?
Yeah.
9K net worth.
Nature's
Understands.
prophet, watch.
Yeah, understands that his team are like perpetually dying. I have not seen him near an enemy hero for quite some time.
This is a
2-0-2.
lesson that I need to learn. When things are going badly and I'm playing carry, you've just got to disregard the people who are dying. They're already dead. You've really got to take the space you can while they're busy hunting down some easier grub. You get strong.
Bicep Morris wisely making the decision to go in the opposite direction of Click, understanding that he's got some kind of final destination aura. But they might go for him.
befalls him.
It happened. The curse was passed on. It looks like they're
Despite-
gonna find him, and if they see him, I think he's just sort of dead.
It curtains.
Yeah. Unfortunate. They do not have the global silence. They've got the slam if they need it, but I don't think they
Oh,
will.
duel!
This,
But it's not enough.
it's
Is it
not
gonna be-
enough.
Oh.
Oh,
God.
devastation.
2 kills and I see. This is what happens when Click doesn't die for a minute, right?
It's
He's-
bad luck.
Yeah, this is
All
the
of a
thing.
sudden, the bagels are gone.
Yeah, he was holding back the dam from his team.
Karmic imbalance.
Yeah, the deal was made and it was not fulfilled. And okay, I just
You spoke, yeah.
just.
Oh, but he's alive.
Maybe? He's a god. Oh. He's just gonna. For fuck's sake.
Quas, wax, get out of there.
John is having the game of his life right now.
Yeah, DJ John is just eating these
I can
fuckers
feel the
alive.
energy.
Like everything I said about Poltergeist being the best.
Yeah, I think.
I can feel the energy in It's a Team Secrets Discord call right now, and I can similarly feel the complete opposite energy in the Standins. It can't be. This can't
Good
feel
lord.
good.
Oh, good lord, 5k net worth to the like he's getting doubled up. Oh, that's rough.
Dude, something
That's
about
rough.
that slugger effect where Invoker just goes sliding across the screen. Was
Yeah,
so
it's always
funny
really
that
satisfying.
time. It was so
Yeah.
funny that
Yeah,
time.
the
It's
slugger
probably doesn't feel great for him.
It looked like he literally ragdolled. It was incredible.
Yeah.
Poltergeist
Oh, and
is
they're
just
getting their
farming up a storm
farms.
too, though.
He's got them.
He's just chilling. He
Yeah.
has his blades of attack based item. He's
Yeah.
chilling. What more could he want?
Ships
Of
in
course
the
he
night
got
with
the
that
armor. He's
Nature's
doing it.
Prophet, which I think is, I mean, probably wouldn't have amounted to much if they'd seen each other, but
They might have given
nice
each other like a
backstory.
curt,
Yeah.
curt nod, like a respectful nod. It looks
Mandatory
like
son.
Jesse is being a bit of an attention whore.
Jesse kills.
Just realized he hasn't died
though.
at all in the past. few minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Click's
kill
competing with him.
Oh,
And
you divas! Come on, share the spotlight.
no, Jesse James had a kill streak there. That was.
Did he? Oh, good for
There were
him.
things happening. Yeah.
I believe. Oh boy. Oh boy.
In his defense, he does have 100% kill participation on his team.
That's nice.
I mean, yeah.
Good job.
His
Which one?
offense,
Jesse?
his
Good
team
job,
do not
Jesse.
have enough kills.
What time does Tormentor spawn?
20 minutes.
So they can take this tower and possibly.
They might stick around. It wouldn't be. It would like they can pretty much take it uncontested. I
Tormy
think.
fresh out of the oven.
Yeah.
Nice, steaming
warm,
hot, out like fresh buns, nicely risen.
Yeah. Yes, just perfect. Just very dough. Like the right amount, right mix of doughy.
Exactly.
and,
Yeah. You bite into it, and yeah, it burns your mouth with that crackback damage, but it is worth it for that sweet mozzarella center.
Jesse predicts this, and so he's got the thing set up to try and do something, but I'm not sure. Like a good nature's prophet ult, like they're not gonna do it. They decided to back out. Right, a good nature's prophet ult and a Legion Commander Q on top of their whole team and the Tormentor might actually be a game-turning event. Oh, Jesse with the huge cogs, but there's a BKB out on DJ John.
Of course there is.
Of course, yeah.
no.
The egg gets off. They are gonna be able to kill Mav, but it looks like both the supports are gonna go down, and I think DJ John's gonna get himself. Nope, he longs for blood. No, he's gonna get out of there. So not the worst as far as trades go, but like the silencer ulti is got a real long cooldown, and it's basically that is all they've got to contest. So once that's
They're gonna
done-
need something big and drastic soon, and I think it's a team secret.
It's so scary. He's 12, 1, and 3. He's going desolating. Jesus fucking Christ. I think a
he really
desolation is
does-
supposed to only be 1 and 10, right? So I don't
that's
think.
that's decimate, isn't it?
Oh, that's decimate. Yeah. What's desolate?
Ooh,
Desolate is
who's
also
building
has a
the
specific
Desolator?
thing. The Earthshaker. DJ
Just so he
John.
desolator.
Oh, good God.
Nah.
Bicep Flores is
nice
keeping
hook.
himself in the game though.
A nice hook
Oh,
by Jesse.
Jesse?
James, though it may have condemned.
Hooks to his death, surely.
Poor guy. He survives it. Maybe.
Beautiful glimmer cape.
Beautiful. He's gonna get, if he gets dueled, he's gonna get. Oh, but JP, being an utter Chad, realizes exactly who needs to die and doesn't make a fatal mistake.
Target
Jesse,
priority at its finest.
no way.
Oh,
They do
he was
kill
so
him.
close.
He dies. God can bleed. Click can finally sleep at night. Or at least for the next 45 seconds before he is
Only 45
inevitably.
seconds.
Yeah.
That is not enough time.
45 seconds of rest before the before the flattener comes
And
back.
God did say unto them, I give you 45 seconds, dude, and then you gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
He's really making use of it here by just just walking up and punching tower. But
I wonder,
Yeah.
do you try and sneak a Roshan here?
If you get caught, God will be able to hear what happens next. Right? Like, I don't think it's really feasible.
I just wonder, it's on their side. They have the global profit. People are pushed up and dead. I mean, it's definitely too late now, but
This is unfortunate. This is, again, Bicep Femoris is still in the game. And if he's in the game, or all you need to do is get his level 25 and he can fuck you over real hard with those
Oh.
treants.
oh, Mev just committing.
Where?
Is Heisenberg dead?
Nope.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
he
he
is.
is.
Oh, he has the Yules.
Oh,
He might. Oh,
fantastic.
use your global silence. Nah, okay. He had some discipline. It was definitely correct that he didn't use it, but most silencers in that instance would use their global silence, die anyway, and then be useless. So good for Heisenberg. Heisenberg having kind of a quiet game, not really able to pop off. Just kind of, I don't know, probably plugging leaks. Might be acting as the team counselor. Who
Jim
knows?
was saying in chat, Willow
Team
close to
counselor,
overtaking
everyone shut
Invoker.
up.
How do people feel about this actually? What are people saying?
They're loving the American Dota League. I'm sure that's got nothing to do with with me and mine.
Yeah.
Willow close to overtaking Invoker. Don't worry, it gets better.
Yeah. Oh, another duel out, but they've got the Yules, they got everything. Does he die? He might die anyway. He does not. And now JP suffers a horrible fate. He's gonna go down. Jesse has once again decided that he's too alive right now. So he's gonna hookshot himself in and likely be the second one to die. No, click!
Maybe
Oh, no,
not.
sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Heisenberg is
Heisenberg.
down.
Sorry, yes. Click, no! What did I do? Sorry, force of action.
Reflex. Yeah, no, Click is taking the space, going out and farming. And where is Nature's Prophet? Ah, there. Again, farming up, getting ready to be working those lats so that the entire team can sit comfortably on his back.
He's really hoping for those treants right now.
Yeah, oh, I've seen what they can do. I'm told those things are lethal.
It feels like a very commanding lead for Secret. I mean, how do they?
Well,
he's
I
gonna
mean,
get to
How
level
do Standins
25.
ever fight into this?
They don't have
DJ
global
John,
silence.
bottom
I do not
lane.
I do not think they can stop them from taking all of their racks if they want to, right? Like if they try it, I think they probably can. But Mev
Looking-
being
Yeah.
He's hunting.
oh he's on him. He sees. He's
Surely.
got a Yules.
Oh,
So
no.
He's got a second teleport
No.
though.
Second teleport. He should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you always
He's
carry
not
two
so
teleports.
far
Cole.
ahead that he can kill the highest net worth person. Oh, not in the game. Behind
Nope. Oh fuck. Oh god, that's all they had going for
Well,
them.
JP posturing aggressively.
DJ John. I don't even know if he dies if they got him. Oh god, no!
Oh,
He pulled
God.
it.
And they don't even know. Gotta help them.
This man and his DDs.
The Dark Souls
A
boss
noble
music just started playing.
sacrifice, James.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh, he's back. He's back and he's bluer and angrier.
oh.
Oh, sweet merciful Lord.
The Shaker is doing plus 1,009 or plus 1,019 damage with this enchant totem up.
Jesse just saw a
brutal.
giant health bar appear at the top of the screen as the
Oh,
Shaker
God.
came up.
Who's playing those violins? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck. Oh, dear God.
This Roshan. Even Roshan is like, guys, please help.
Please. He's gonna go
Oh.
down. Unfortunate.
JP is running up.
JP has got a fucking dream in his
Scary.
heart.
I know that.
Click has the or not Click. I keep saying Click. I'm so used.
He's gonna
DJ
try
John
it,
on
right?
Shaker
He's
has
gonna
the
try
Click.
it.
Oh, but
Buddy,
it's just not. It's
That
not
was
enough.
fucking man. Come on. That was.
You know where we come from. We appreciate ambition.
I appreciate ambition, but there's a fine line between what's the bravery and stupidity? That's the Juggernaut line. I would call that the fine line between ambition and killing yourself for no reason.
Oh, pings on the Tormentor. It
True.
might be time.
There's a fine line
Finally.
between
We
ambition
don't
and
acknowledge.
kamikaze.
We don't acknowledge those things, Gray.
Yeah,
no,
fuck that noise.
There's no such thing as
Bicep
tormentors.
femoris getting a successful kill onto Meb somehow. Beautiful.
100
Planting a
180.
sneaky little ward. He's got his little terrifying treant with a Mjolnir thing on it. He doesn't quite have his thing out. I don't know if that's gonna make a difference here, buddy. I think you got your one treant game that gets you out of a mess. I don't think there's another one in the tank. Jesse comes in
nice.
with Cogs.
Good.
They're all gonna
good-
get it all out onto DJ John. He's gonna go down. They're just pumping damage into Poltergeist, but he does not fucking care. They're dropping a meteor on this dinosaur, and it is doing very little. He's still got the Aegis behind him. He could probably just hit the racks, and he's also got the Oracle ulti to help him. So I think he's just gonna dedicate himself to hitting the racks, taking those out.
Even after this, he has Satanic. He's
Yeah.
such a scary man.
Oh, and the Ghost Scepter, but it's not enough to save him.
He's just barking at them. He's got a second life, and Mev is coming in, and yeah, you know, he's a big fiery bird.
Not a second life. And
Jesus
it's not enough
fucking
that can even take
Christ.
the first one. He won't. We've all played those games against a Dragon
Bicep
Knight.
femoris looking for the snipe. Oh,
He's
Oh,
doing it. Actual
here
Chad.
comes the 1v9.
Oh, Jesse with the hook shot of his life. That was kind of a sad tornado. It looks like they're gonna get out. He's gonna back up for the. No, he's gonna miss the regen rune. If he had noticed it, he maybe.
Maybe.
Poltergeist is a fucking psychopath.
he's
Who longs
going for
to
it.
get-
He's looking
You
for
saw
it.
how much it took for the
Yeah, I
last
think
one to
he
kill
gets
him
him,
last
yeah.
time. It's going to take
Oh, he-
considerable effort
I think he still dies on JP.
on JP. I think so too.
Oh, it's Landis. Yeah, he gets
Okay.
Win those
Here
silencers
comes the
doesn't.
fight, but I
Egg
think
goes out.
you really don't want to be here.
Who
Yeah.
will win, Jesse or the concentrated power of the sun?
The sun.
The sun normally wins those. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen this fight go down a couple times. I'm yet to see the sun lose.
Yeah, that goes to 14 billion to nil for the sun.
I think Apollo maybe won once, and now he's sort of shackled to that concept.
Yeah, yeah. Fun fact: NASA has spent the last 20 years pumping astronauts into the sun.
One day.
That's how they keep it going.
Yeah, God knows what the sun did before we had space
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah, we didn't get over like ritual sacrifice. We just got a lot better at it.
It's just clever and sneaky now. Dota 2.
Modern
Yeah.
conspiracy theories aren't
Meanwhile-
unhinged enough.
Meanwhile, the game might be over. Successful duel out from JP as well as the Cogs going
These
out.
duels have been
God.
wonderful this game.
DJ John. They got DJ John. He's down. The Aegis is still on Poltergeist.
Poltergeist does not care.
Yeah, and there
He-
finally
he-
the Aegis goes down. Can they kill him again if it took this long to kill him the first time?
He doesn't have his ult.
Interesting blink.
Oh, maybe? He's walking away. He's just manning up now.
Combined forces of everyone.
Doesn't do that much damage is the thing, and now he's leashed. Jesse buys back. Oh, but
Might be
they've
what
got
they're looking
Mr.
for.
Mustache in. Oh, but they're all
And
going
he's
to be down.
down.
They still have 2 lanes of racks.
He's
Oh,
hoping for
yeah,
he's
with
hoping
you.
for the hook on Jesse here. He's looking aggressively.
It could be
Except
beautiful.
for Morris, he tries. He doesn't get. Oh, is he,
He
getting
does.
the Phoenix? He is.
He does.
And they get the Willow here.
Huge. All right, we're
This
so
is
back.
the sort of comeback that we're looking for.
We're totally back. This is huge. Level 23 on the Prophet. He's level 23. The gap, as much shit as we've been talking, the gap is closing. 10k net worth on JP and on Invoker. Only 13k on Nev, who has not been farming all that much, who seems to have fallen kind of far behind. DJ John, and like it's not as bad as it was before. It's only a 7k net worth lead, right? Even if the kills seem to be a little unbalanced. So maybe once this 25 comes out on this Prophet, he does a shit ton of damage. He seems pretty hard to kill. And when those dudes start coming in, oh boy, you know?
It's gonna sting. I'm yet to see the big treants ever. I think no one's ever managed to cast them before, so
No.
it'll be.
I don't think
it'll
I've
be
ever seen them
interesting to see
either.
what they can
Yeah.
do.
I think I just saw a throne explode.
Yeah, no, we know you haven't seen them.
Zing. Hurtful zing. So,
could this
yeah.
be the time for the Tormentor to go? It's getting a bit stale. The cheese has gone hard. The bread
Yeah,
is
yeah.
stale, but
Is this good? Who's this good on? I guess Silencer's one kind of sucks, right? Yeah, I go to the
Yeah, well, you had to open your mouth.
Yeah. I'm just this is a game of dramatic irony.
Increases stolen intelligence per hit.
Yeah.
You know, it might come up. That's all I've got to say. I think
Yeah,
it's
look,
thankful.
yeah.
It might come up.
DJ John is around, but he looks like he's gonna hesitate before going in. They could. I think they've got one team fight where they've got a good advantage before the 25 comes out on the profit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
shit
really need
maybe
to
gets fucky.
They need
I
to
think-
windmill slam this.
With how they've been doing though, like they can get megas here, and that just kind of hopefully seals it for them a bit.
I think it would make things a lot. Like I think it would put them in a very solid position, even with the 25 on profit, right?
Yeah, like the lanes have to be pushed out for profit to do the trains.
And to be fair, one of the only reasons it worked so well against us was because they had like 2 lanes of racks by the time that happened.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sort of like I'm mixed, frankly.
Shaker has had a hard time in fights the last 2, maybe 3 fights now. So I think it's gonna be reliant like to secure the win right now on this next fight. They're gonna have to have the Shaker do well, whether that's just sitting out of the fight for a bit longer.
And here goes Poltergeist. Being a big old dragon man. He's gonna get leashed in place. I am unsure if he gives a fuck. Oh,
I
actually,
think he
never
might.
mind.
I
He's
think he
dying
really
really
gives a fuck.
fast.
There's the silencer
Oh
ulti
no,
as
but
well.
the
just for a
satanic
big
stuff comes out, all the
pause.
healing. Jesse's in the back line. They do manage to successfully get the Willow, and they're gonna get the Oracle. They haven't gotten the racks. It looks like Poltergeist is gonna attempt to get it, but he gets caught off by by the push, and he gets dueled. Big ulti coming out from the Phoenix. Mev is gonna get the Sunray off. Maybe might zone people enough for people to get away on DJ John and Mev. No, not quite.
25.
They did get the like the 25 is out on the profit.
That was
Come on.
from the
No, hover over it,
Earthshaker.
hover over
Yeah,
it. Let's watch him skill it. Come on, baby.
Like the family.
You know you
Come
want
on, baby.
it. Come on. I'm surprised it's taking him this long. Maybe he hasn't noticed
Maybe he
yet.
hasn't noticed.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's being tactical because he's like, I might need to, because it's still on cooldown for 6 seconds. So like, I might need the. Okay, there we
And
go.
there
yeah.
it is.
There it is,
Beautiful.
baby.
Okay, big tree time. This
Gadgets.
is what they've needed. This is what they've been looking for.
Yeah.
A team fight that wasn't catastrophic and gives them. They've got a gold lead. They're 1k up. They're 2k up.
There's no buyback on the Shaker right now. They could potentially like do some damage with how quickly
These
take
things
towers.
fucking annihilate
Look,
shit.
Great
these
tree.
trees.
Oh my!
Oh
you
my
see?
God.
This is bullshit. This is total bullshit. They do get
Yes.
the they get the thing back, right? They get the like they're not good at dealing with these things on the side of it's a deep secret.
Am
Hey,
I?
the Phoenix can
No.
slow them.
No,
God
it's
has
the
come.
treants that are bullshit.
God has come and
Oh
God is
my
a creepy
God,
tomato.
that's
Yeah.
sour.
Oh my god. It's
Oh.
all about the trees now.
I'm having flashbacks.
They're...
Oh God.
Oh god, he's going catatonic.
I'm going down. Yeah, I'm going down over Saigon. Oh God.
We may have to. Can we get some sensor bars on the screen for these trees?
It's like fireworks.
One rack in a dream.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. They're kind of in the opposite position that we were in against them. You know, with like the very like the dear God, those things just disappeared, right? They take one more bad fight and the game might just end.
And that's just it. It's just
Yeah.
he teleports in, he makes some trees, and it's curtains.
And you could easily pick somebody as well.
Yeah, they are violent. These trees.
Yeah. But the lanes are all pretty pushed out, and like they haven't been trying to shut down Bicep Femoris all that much, right? Like
They haven't built anything to deal with him.
Well, it's like they haven't been chasing him around that much. So it's possible things will change once they start deciding that he's enough of a their first priority is catching him, because they're not bad at catching him out. But we'll see. Like these lanes are going to get a bit funky.
He doesn't have much in the way of defensive items, but he is still fairly tanky. Like
Tanky.
he's a little bit scary.
He's got a null talisman and a magic stick for good luck. Or like,
I mean,
yeah,
plus he can press E, and then even when he's dead, he has a treant, and who cares about the hero?
Yeah, it's like
say-
secondary. It is. He is their pet.
The faces on these treants are
They're
horrifying.
very upsetting. Yeah, they're very upsetting.
I don't like seeing them.
Yeah,
No,
it looks like
not
that. It
really.
looks. Is that a belly button or another smaller
I
mouth?
don't want to know. I think
What
that's
is-
where the
what
next
is the-
one pops out of.
What are the implications of a
There's a
tomato
Roshan
monster having a belly button?
I'm more
Just-
horrified
God,
by
it died.
reality.
Oh, no, it
You know,
does.
that's what kills them, if you notice it. Banner's still on the ground.
Twisted freaks might just be the way that they get themselves out of this game.
But how are
Oh,
they going
God.
to deal with
Oh, I
twice the
don't.
earth?
They're on fire too. Look at their portraits. Jesus
the
Christ, they're from
trees are
hell.
going. The trees are going.
They're going
They're
for it.
monsters from hell. They might
Send
just
them-
backdoor it, right?
Go!
Yeah.
Oh
they're-
my god!
They're
It's
just
brutal.
with a mighty
happening
flap
again.
from their arms.
Holy
This might just be a race. This might end up turning into a race.
Oh no, there's
And
two
I
of them
don't-
again.
It's
They
happening
don't.
again.
There's a
I-
fight on top. They need to end the game though. The trains. They just take their axe.
Your Willow is grossly unprepared for this.
Oh, and the Prophet is dealing a lot of damage in the fight in
We're
top.
gonna get the duel off.
And a duel. Could this be?
They've used the glyph though.
Willow
I-
is losing a duel against a Treant. It looks like Poltergeist is zoning most of the team, but he's getting out damage. The slam does go off. JP and Jesse do go down, and YVL manages to not walk into that tornado and survive as
Treant
well.
update. Willow won the fight. They're
So
both dead.
eventually won the fight. Bicep for Morris maybe stepped a little too far forward. He is going to take a bunch of damage, but do they have the ability to finish him off?
Oh,
Even if they do, he probably has buyback.
Buyback. That's not looking good for Oracle.
Yeah, I foresee bad things in your future.
Pain.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is-
7k lead carried basically entirely by Bicep for Morris and the Nature's Prophet.
They do get the mega creeps.
I,
So, it is
well, I
something.
don't know if you've looked at the graph at any point this game, but that's been a bit of a swing.
Jesus
Woof.
Christ.
That's
What are you
that's
talking
the
about
level
now,
of
you
these 25 trees.
Just man, we should. I think I've reversed my position on deforestation. Get rid of all of them.
I mean you're a Timbersaw player, right?
That's true. Yeah.
You've been preaching for years that there was a dark problem
Yeah.
coming in our future, and
I
we're
think-
really reaping what we sow.
I have long believed that the world has too much oxygen.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, just as a general rule.
Hear me out. Here's the plan now. Dark Willow, sell Force Staff, buy a Helm of the Dominator, turn the trains against them.
Oh, that fucks. I like that idea.
Oh, that's twisted.
That might actually be genius. Yeah, I think you may have worked it out.
Does it even work? I don't know.
Let's
Possibly?
not check.
Yeah,
Don't tell us in
Let's
chat. We
speculate
don't wanna know.
randomly. Yeah.
Yeah, let's speculate. Yes, that works.
someone
I'm
suggested Midas.
deciding.
Yeah, no,
Actually, yeah,
which
there we
one
go.
is you want a Dagon and you want a Helm Top, so you can get rid of both of them at once. Just zap,
Yeah.
pew.
Credit the Hyde sponsor Bean Flickers. He did already suggest Midas.
Okay,
So,
minus.
You know, there's options. There's
she's gonna get
loads
the
of
assassin,
options.
she's gonna get that fucking Ags.
Tier 4 token in Willow's pocket. She doesn't care. She's still got the specialist array.
Beautiful.
Obviously, there's no timeless relic in there, and she's decided, you know what? I'm just not having it.
She could still pick something.
Ah,
Does DJ John see the DD? He does.
Oh yes, it's
Oh,
like
no.
I think he did. He didn't just see it. He probably sniffed
He
the
made
air
it.
and just
he
felt
made
like.
it. Yeah.
Deja vu. I've been in this place before.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to hell. Yeah. This is both of our demons battling, right?
Yeah.
This is DJ John with an amplified damage rune versus Bicep from Horus Nature's Prophet. Who will win?
Ruin has come to our family.
It's,
Yeah, my therapist for all the money I pay her.
this really could go either way at this point. I mean, it feels like Secrets still have
I think they've got the advantage here. Yeah.
the
But-
advantage, but
all it takes
could
is a
go
step up.
wrong.
Yeah, I think
One
Bicep
bad
from
fight
Morris
and a couple
made a
of
mistake
arguments
last
allowed.
fight. Right? That's what got him killed. But the tomatoes are struggling a decent amount with these waves now. Right?
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, no matter how you know what it's like they always say, no matter how strong your tomatoes are, sometimes you're in a losing position.
Yeah, like we love to see them go, but God, watching them die is horrible.
It's really upsetting.
They fall on their backs. Oh, and the Dagon.
Oh, Phoenix has the Dagon.
Beautiful. Yes.
Watching them fall on their backs and stare up at me while they sink into the ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought I wanted them dead, but no, that's equally as disturbing.
It's worse. I want to bury them.
They are crimes for having existed.
The fact that they were dead means at some point they were
We're
alive, and
alive,
that's
and
worse.
too good. Yeah.
And frankly, I'm not sure if they're dead for good.
Yeah, they're.
How does he
I
square
know.
up? Let's see how he squares up against this wave, right? Oh no, he just got,
Dang
he just
on,
got
yeah.
absolutely drive-byed.
Phoenix has acquired a sniper rifle and is taking.
Biggie, no! Unfortunate.
I would do the same in Phoenix's position.
Yeah. Alas. Alack.
In fact, I'm just going to buy a weapon to deal with the tomatoes in my neighbor's garden,
I don't.
just in case they get any
feel safe.
ideas.
Yeah, I need a handgun.
A large pair of secateurs, I think.
Another one, zap. Just.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, bang.
It is satisfying to watch them pop.
Introducing
What's-
people to the castle doctrine.
What's the plan if you're dire right now? How do they secure the closeout?
I think step 1 by Dagon.
Yeah.
Step 2, I'd probably get next roach. Step 3, hopefully win the game.
Willow's going for Ags. That's going to be nice.
Yeah, that'll be good for a couple of reasons. Well,
Yeah.
both for in terms of damage, but also underrated. But like, she can hit the throne while she's W'd, might help. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I think, yeah.
I'm a big proponent of while my team does what they do, just hit the fucking buildings.
They've got an egg, right? Like they've got ways of
Yeah.
of zoning out the enemy team, right? They've got some decent team fights, so I could see it. I could see this going well. It's going back for a pipe on Mev. I don't like that at all. I think pipe is a bait item right now. Especially
Yeah,
44 minutes into the game against Legion Commander, Nature's Prophet, and Invoker.
Not that I ever build pipe, but you guys haven't asked me to build it as much as you usually do, which is a sign that maybe it's not where it should
I
be.
think it's kind of bad right now.
I-
Even though
I-
there's a ton of magic damage in the meta, I just think it's very good. Also, actually, can I call attention to this? While we were all asleep, Heisenberg snuck his way up the net worth list to being the second highest net worth person on his team.
I was telling you, watch out for that silencer.
Yeah.
It's coming.
He's so quiet.
He's so quiet. Yeah. How are we supposed to know?
They make the go onto JP, but it's just to keep him honest. Yeah, that was it. I hope you enjoyed that, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
That's that little struggle there is all we're gonna be seeing for some time.
Ooh.
Nature's
Ooh.
Prophet though, doing Nature's Prophet shit. Oh,
Hey,
and just
oh God, he's
immediately
good.
teleporting back out.
He's got refresher. He's gonna have 2 treants.
Oh well, God bless.
Now buy a divine and ulti them.
Yeah, beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Maybe an Octarine core. That also might have been cool. Just go all in on treants now.
What is
You
this
got his
Revenant's
backpack.
Brooch for?
Pause.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
DJ John has
we
decided.
have the Monty Python interval theme that we can just.
Unfortunately, not. We should though.
I'm sure it is DMCA'd.
I don't think. I don't think it's in the
You're all
budget.
friends here.
Album with Mouse. Mousy, what did you do?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
All right, I'm gonna use this
Can I talk in
opportunity.
this chat as a
Yeah,
As
just
a
whatever you
commentator?
say is gonna be on stream.
yeah? Oh, as opposed to what I'm saying right now, which is
Yeah,
just
exactly.
between us girls.
Well, just FYI.
Yeah.
Gonna monitor the chat for a moment.
Bury them so they may regrow stronger. I see
That's
that's the issue
upsetting.
with burying a tomato, right?
Wow, really
I-
regretting that I checked the chat right there.
Yeah, I wish they weren't here. You know what? I've got a genie lamp that I've been holding on to for several years, waiting for something worthwhile to wish. I'm gonna wish the tomatoes no longer in Dota.
I wish that they are smited by God.
Yep.
The only way to truly destroy something so satanic, so of the devil.
So of hell.
Tomatoes in general are just bad, aren't they? Like,
They're
you
not
know,
great.
That's wrong. Sorry.
No, tomatoes aren't stellar.
Well, what do you- what
I'm
do you-
right there with you.
Just
look,
look, they make nice sauces. Don't get me wrong, but like just tomatoes. Like you know when you get a tomato on a fry, nobody likes that.
I don't
No,
like it
it's
on
the
the fries.
tomato.
It's just warm.
I'm sorry, but we owe so many of the world's best dishes to tomatoes.
Yeah, but we also
As an
don't know.
ingredient, it's fine. But
as,
like,
yeah, as an ingredient, as a tomato on its own, like
I think we're talking
no
about
apple.
raw tomato.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
you could say the same thing about like an onion, right?
no, I eat raw
Jesse
onion.
Hooks?
It's fucking class.
That's
Oh, never mind. Dota.
Oh, never mind. Yes, of course. Sorry, the
Holy
game is
shit, they did
happening.
the
They
thing.
managed to burst YVL, and it looks like Mev's also going to go down. They turn
Ooh.
the pause. They turn their back for half of a second, and then blam.
Quick, somebody else has
Right,
to buy a dragon.
revenge. Yeah. Look, Jesus Christ, what a weird fucking game. I mean, they're dead, but I don't know what. Do they get anything off of this? The push from the Treants does not seem enough for them. In a shocking twist of fate, there's nothing that can get, like, losing the game itself will not get between this man and attempting to kill Click. Like,
Exactly.
he just smelled
there's
blood
no
and
throw
water.
too great.
yeah. Like, this man will not rest while Click draws breath.
that was definitely like a jump scare for Click.
Yeah.
Just this guy appearing out of nowhere.
I'm fairly certain it's going to happen in his dreams for the next couple of years.
and hello, Smazzle.
Like, his inventory is
what
really sad. He's got a fucking hurricane pike and a
Sorry, I'll
manta
look away,
style.
I'll
It's
look away.
46 minutes into the game. Yeah, thank you. Oh, dear Lord.
Is he going to get A on this? That's the question.
A lot of people are really poor in this game, and it's only because of the greedy billionaires who are raking up all
A lot
of
of
the
people
wealth.
are really poor in the world
Hey
right
guys,
now.
look at Zelon Mo's.
Oh,
You know
Still
what's-
on the.
You know it's going to be bicep femoris on that end screen when the Treants are doing all of the work. And
Yeah,
it looks like a
exactly.
fight's going to break out. Poltergeist is manning up, but they kind of are just going to back off without really taking any damage, but it doesn't really seem like they're particularly good at killing them. Mev is there for some reason. He gets in, he
fighting it up,
sides bicep
apparently.
femoris, but he gets purged. Click is running away as fast as he can. YVL is in. He manages to catch Jesse, but doesn't seem like it's going to amount to much. Yule's out onto the Nature's Prophet. Bicep Femoris is getting gone on. He's
Oh.
the beam. The sun is
the
getting
beam.
him.
Oh, they are in the beam.
He's been
Good thing
sunned.
he's got buyback.
Mev wants more blood, but it looks like JP's just narrowly going to get away and is going to smoke himself away. So, is there a buyback on Bicep Femoris? Yes?
Will
There
he
isn't.
need it?
This man is incredibly wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In true billionaire fashion, he has a
Yeah.
3K surplus and
Yeah.
doesn't for no
He-
need. While the
Yeah.
rest of his team go per.
Yeah.
This man.
He's farming creeps while we're out in the field starving.
Unfortunate. But he's got those stupid strike-breaking lackeys of his. Those weird tomato creeps. Unfortunate. Oh, he's holding his buyback. He
I
seems
heard
to
a
want to be
refresher there.
Yeah, who refreshed? Oh, it was Silencer. He's got a second silence. Good for him. Oh, he had a Midas this whole time. That makes sense. JP gets gone on by DJ John. He uses his BKB. Mev just decides to sprinkle them a little bit, but it's not going to amount to much. He's holding his buyback quite a lot while they start to take out these tier
He's
4s.
really hoping he doesn't need to use it.
Base is kind of overrun. He gets gone on DJ John. I don't think he is BKB. It looks like he's going to go down during the global silence.
Very nice.
No, he gets Oracle ultied. The duel does go off, and he does successfully manage to take out Mev. Oracle soon to follow. It looks like DJ John is only delaying the inevitable here a little bit, and he is going to go down as well.
And no
Very
buyback.
backless.
That's no buyback?
That's no buyback.
Uh-oh.
It's-
DJ
he's-
John didn't save his buyback.
Yeah, he's 1,000 gold shy. That's not going to come back.
That's not soon. They're already looking
They
towards
know.
Rose. Bicep Femoris's friends are going to beat the shit out of this thing.
Yeah. There's trees, and they hate Roshan. And that's an
He's gonna
axe
do
on
it so
Roshan as
fast.
well. Who do you give it to?
He could take it on Bicep Femoris.
Look at the
Yeah.
bonus damage from
Yeah.
this. He has 108% bonus damage with
Meanwhile-
Trait nearby.
Yeah. Poltergeist is gonna... He doesn't
it on
even
the
want it. He just
ground.
killed it for fun.
Yeah.
Rich prick.
just
He
denied
just
it.
denied it. He could have...
That's-
Yes, he
that's
was not
the
that
end
far
for
away.
Roshan.
That's interesting. Oh god, this game's gonna last forever.
in Bicep for Morris's mind here, nobody else is actually in this game. He is
Yeah.
just one.
I have run out of inventory slots.
He is the only remaining Spartan
Yes.
against a sea.
Yeah, to him, he has there is Bicep for Morris. There is one very strong treant and 4 other lesser
He's
treants.
going.
He is in. He seems to be wanting to push, like wanting to force out maybe this
Gotta do it
buyback.
eventually, I
This is
guess.
very aggressive. He has the
They'll have
Aegis,
their
but
tags now.
if he dies once, he's probably dying twice. And if he dies twice, that's the game. So, just wanting to make them blink a little bit.
Silencer holding down the fort. Hand of Midas for the mega creeps.
Yeah.
Midas is a melee creep, not a ranged creep.
Interesting.
Just,
Wrong.
Lest ye forget.
Incorrect.
There's maybe a tormentor.
Oh
in this
god, the
for,
tomato's gonna eat this tower.
Yeah.
The
Not
creep to be
enough, though.
Yeah, not enough. Yeah, they're looking to go. Ooh, he's in. He smells Click. He smells his sphere.
Your invisibility will do you no good here, boy.
Yeah. Oh, he is actually gonna successfully get himself out. It looks like narrowly escaping the gank. He does have buyback though, so it's not entirely certain how impactful that would have been. All gonna TP back to base.
Everyone managing to disengage.
They are really struggling to break through these mega creeps though. Like the power. The treants are incredibly good at killing towers and buildings. Not so good at dealing with creeps, and the megas are really making it difficult for them to be able to push down them. Looks like they're poised for a fight. They might go in. This seems very risky. 800 gold for buyback for DJ John.
Will DJ John find the DD though?
Oh,
He has 10 seconds. He
Oh,
has 10 seconds to
on.
find it.
Find it in your heart. You know it to be true.
It's there. Ah.
Gonna miss
Turns out his sniffer must be off.
He's
It's full of tomato juice.
and clicks his blood.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Maybe he was too busy looking for Click.
Yeah. Yeah, see, Click is in one direction and the AD is in the other, so it's sort of like they cancel each other out. He just gets really confused.
Called it an AD rune.
Yeah, I'm learning. It's called development, growth.
It's
A double
DD.
damage rune. AD.
A double damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. They're all set up around Bicep Femoris. This is a really aggressive posture from It's a Team Secret, considering, again, they have all of their buybacks except for DJ John, who should really just be focused less on finding Click and more on farming that.
How is
200
this
gold
take
off.
on-
Jesse's going to jump in. They do find the Oracle. The silences come out. The duel goes off on Mev, and he does die. He buys back and is TPing to the shrine. Oracle dies. Please do not complete that teleport. He gets immediately caught. Is he going to get his ulti off? He uses himself up into the air. He's going to have to
I don't
duel
think
to
it'll
ulti
stay,
immediately.
yeah.
He is actually going to get himself out. DJ John chasing people down. Jesse kites him out. Heisenberg going on to Jesse or DJ John. He is going to get him.
Like fighting
Yeah,
the
Does a
egg.
buyback.
Silence
Oh
is
boy!
just doing a lot of
Click,
damage.
Click! They're finding Click. They're gonna kill Click.
Dusted.
Likely, right?
They killed Click, those bastards.
So
Yeah.
DJ John's on the case.
But they gave up a lot for that. Click does have buyback. He can die again. I feel like they're maybe pushing it a little bit too hard here. If this team fight does not go their way, they have like if they lose either the Phoenix or the Earthshaker, this could be game for them. But they looks like they're fucking tired of waiting. They
Ooh.
jump in on top of him.
They've
Bicep
caught the-
Femoris
they've
is gonna
caught
get
the prophet.
controlled. Is he gonna die once? He's still got the
DJ John?
Aegis for a second death. They get the oh no! DJ Dawn dies without buyback. Duel goes out. JP like the Oracle ulti comes out onto the Dark Willow. Does JP manage to survive?
Just enough damage on the bicep for Morris as
Uh-oh.
well. This is
Oh,
this.
fuck.
I
This is very similar to something that happened a while ago to somebody who's not related
somebody
to
else.
us. Yeah, so I think they were called the Boon Squad, and that's a dieback. I think that's game. I think that is
Oh
just
my
straight
god!
up
I
game.
told you right from the start. I was saying the prophet to be the one to watch. They're pulling it back.
They may have this might be it. Like they can
Yeah.
charge down the mid lane. It's all up to Willow to be able to push stuff out. They've got buybacks.
This
but
preempt should not be
He's
Fine,
buying items
where
to
it
end. He's buying items to just push on
prophet.
Bicep here.
Yeah, I think once this goes into the base, everything's going to disappear in a
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
a couple
those
seconds.
trees are hungry. They're
Let's
thirsty.
let's time the towers.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Hold on, I'm gonna get a timer.
Oh,
How long does this take from hitting?
And
Okay. Hold on.
Oh my
Okay, there we go.
God.
holy shit! Well,
Oh my God.
and there's the fortification. But
Sorry,
with
I
the
blinked
alacrity-
before I hit the timer and I didn't get that.
Oh, a beautiful.
He's gonna go down.
That's curtains. That's got.
Baldergrass does not have the damage that
There's nothing. That's
everything's
GG.
gone. It's
Rumble.
game.
What a beautiful game.
Uh,
Treants claim another IDL
Yeah.
Div 1 game.
man.
For the
Holy
first time
fuck.
ever.
yeah. The first time
Yeah,
this has
not for
happened.
another.
The first time in
one.
recorded history.
Treants win a game. Wow.
have to
Do you
add
remember when
another
this facet
Treant.
came out and it was garbage? I
Uh,
remember.
Holy shit.
Fantastic job holding on
Beautiful.
that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they just got really impatient on the side. I think ball was very much in their court, but it's a team secret just got impatient.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I think it just gets to that point where the high ground push is hard, you know,
Yeah.
and once that happens, and if you don't catch out the profit once or twice, it's just
Yeah.
it begins to escalate.
You know what,
very
Mousy?
quickly.
I have no idea what you're talking about against in that. I have never had that
Yeah, never
experience
had
against
it happen.
either of these two teams.
Yeah, I think you really need to lock down Nature's Prophet after the 25, and I think they didn't shift
Yeah.
their focus well enough. They
No.
definitely felt that they still had that overwhelming power.
Yeah.
For just one fight too long.
Politics, Jesus Christ. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us,
Massive
everybody.
comeback.
What a
It's been a
wild
pleasure.
comeback that was. At least we're not the only people that have to get the 1-1, right?
Yeah.
So this has been a very fun cast. Thank you, Gray and Mousy, for joining me. Thank you, Malou, for being the obs. I hope you guys all had fun.
Yeah.
Malugo.
Had a great time.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Thanks.
Ciao.
I don't know why I
Good
went for that one.
All right. Good night.